I strayed out of thought and time. The stars wheeled overhead, and every day was as long as a life age of the earth. But it was not the end. I felt life in me again.
I've been sent back until my task is done.
Darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. The stars wheeled overhead, and every day was as long as a life age of the earth. But it was not the end. I felt life in me again.
I've been sent back until my task is done.
Darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. The stars wheeled overhead, and every day was as long as a life age of the earth. But it was not the end. I felt life in me again.
I've been sent back until my task is done.
Darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. The stars wheeled overhead.
He's returned, Chad.
Was as long as a
Fuck your antediluvian kings, Fraudwoodson, Johnny Come Lateloonson,
felt life.
the real king, the real antediluvian king has returned.
My task is done.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. He's back. Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad, is back on Twitter, boys. Gamergate 2 is upon us. But welcome, everyone, to your favourite show on the internet, the Courtney News Network, with a cooked cunt report of the ages. No, we're not just talking about the return of a king, but we will be discussing some other kings, some other jokers in my deck of cards, if you will. And which, by the way, just a little status update, I am currently in talks with Persip. There is some discussions here about some writing contracts being issued, so stay tuned. We could be having a massive crossover with the Scuffed Express. But in the meantime, I'd like to do a quick news update on our favourite people online. The people that we have caught up with through the A-Log series. And speaking of A-Logs, we have our best ones in chat. Grocery's going to rate me. Apparently not as a joke. I think that's actually quite literal, so that's going to be quite interesting. And Chad wouldn't even rate me, so Chad is Carl Benjamin, confirmed. Well, Grocery, you're being fired because why would I have... Oh, fuck yeah, sex bot. Let's mod him. And modded. Welcome. See, will Cinema Paradiso come after me now because I modded a sex bot? As long as it's not a sex bot in DJ Axel's chat, I think it should be good. And mind you, there's probably a significant age difference. But no, Grace, why would I have a person who comes to me and says, Euros, I've stopped drinking the Red Bull. I've stopped smoking the cigarettes. I'm a changed man. I have a CGI baby to look after. Why would I trust that man? We're in the year of the snake. There's been snakings left, right, and centre. There's more snakers than there are people in chat right now. And that's not hard. So yes, I'm upgrading. I'm moving up in the sector grossly. I've outgrown you, and not just in weight. I've outgrown you in terms of my moral fibre. Because everybody knows if it's one thing that I bring to the sector, aside from great takes on morality and sexuality and politics, it's the cutting edge journalism of the Court in News Network. So we are going to catch up with people from the A-Log series. I think it would be inappropriate of me not to start with the man with the most who started this whole series. Of course, our boy that we've all missed sincerely, Hormaxer. Now, unfortunately, as you know, Hormaxer, he has been gone for quite some time. As he mentioned quite some weeks ago, before we commented on who would give the best BBJ. So, unfortunately, as we know, he's been mogmaxing, but he had broken his humerus on the pectoral machine. Now, mind you, it didn't actually harm him as much, because as soon as he was in the emergency room, he had a force so powerful that they were not able to contain him. So he asked multiple nurses at the ER about joining him at the Swingers Club. So here he is in the ER, ready for surgery. Good evening, welcome to the Halloween Madness on the androcentric black pill and ladies. I'm sick of you, whores. I've come to this ER in my nice slacks and my good shoes, looking great, and you're whores. And I'm going to treat you as such. And how about you give me my androcentric coom shot before the morphine, please? What a chab. So he did confirm with me that he will be returning this weekend. Thank God. I can't wait to hear about this. So again, the lovely lady who he made love to on the OnlyFans stream, Crystal Sparks, he's got into a little bit of a spat with the cuck husband. Hi, I'm filming my wife being fucked by Hormaxer. They got into a little bit of an argument. I think he got into it with them at the Red Rooster. So he will be reaching out to them, see if they can work things out. And yeah, hopefully he'll come to a head. But one of the other things he needs to work out, boys, he got a taste of that femboy. He got a taste of that Rudy Coleman special. And once you go troon, you don't go back so soon, because this is his latest post while he's recovering from his broken humerus. Cat the Vat can be the next Aubrey Kate. I hope to have her on my stream sometime and make OnlyFans. She has the potential to be top 10% trans, and you all know what I think of that. Encourage her to do a porn with me. This is Cat the Vat.
None of it fucking matters. None of the shit you do matters. All that matters is be attractive and don't be unattractive. Oh my lord.
Rules 1 and 2.
That beautiful, beautiful pre-op voice. No, it's yes, Gracely.
So, today?
He's true maxing, Grace.
Oh my. Grotesque subhuman, please hold.
See, this would be like the type of girl
Hi.
that Fox goes after. I do follow him on Twitter, so definitely she's of the Try Fox. Maybe she needs bigger booba. But like, what's going on with this fucked up fringe, honey? Like, sort that shit out.
I am gonna react to a video by Grotesque Subhuman, an internet
And look at that
creator,
beautiful Adam's apple.
YouTuber. And it's about...
I just know that
it's a
she
30-minute
would
rant.
have the most beautiful dick for Hormaxer to suck on. So, look, you know, we all have our taste in women. ZXV's now into golf girls. Hormax is now into T-girls. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a humorous injury indeed, Bob. Great dad joke. Who are you, Gowdy? Gowdy, did you hack Bob's account? So, we should hopefully get him back this weekend. But it's weird that he's talking about Ashley. I think we'll hear Ashley's name come up soon, actually. if we go over the timestamps. Now, there has been some other great things going on. Unfortunately, our favorite VR enthusiast and methamphetamine connoisseur online, Toxic Angel, who has been pulled from pillar to post in the proxy battle of online retardation, he's been doing some interesting streams. As you know, usually it's just GG Allen and a few others in there. But he had it. He's had 2 fights with chatters that we may know recently. So, firstly, he's been having fights with greatest ally Israel. That's probably why you're not seeing him here today. Greatest ally Israel's been saying some fucked up shit to Toxic, and it's really set him off. Some shit about a hammer and pedos and children. So we're gonna have to ask what's going on with GAI when he turns up next. But the other person he had a fight with recently was Razabas, our favourite talk therapy participant. And as you guys know, massive fan of Razabas on the channel. So I was really excited, but unfortunately Toxic does what Toxic do, and he privated the stream. But yes, if any of you were aware, Razabas did get on Toxic stream, and it was a very good 5-10 minutes. Shout out to Grossly for coordinating it. Grossly just gave him a quick call and got him on there, so well done on that. But no, Chauncey, they're the same guy. Alive and Well Israel's the same guy as Greatest Ally Israel. They both have Israel in the name. Like, what, fucking give your head a shake, Chauncey. But yes, Chad was there. I did see in the replay. Razabas did have a great call into the Toxic show. And he managed to do it after just downing a whole liter of vodka as well. Like, what a champion. What a champion. Now, before we get into the biggest cook cunt that we need to catch up on, or should I say cook cunts, the Scotch Egg King, he's also had his turn in the spotlight under my investigative gaze this week. I just saw things, as I said, like, I've been really lucky recently that I seen when it's almost like a Schrodinger's A-log situation. When I observe these people, it's like shit just happens almost right away with these people. So as you well know, if you were there for the Scotch Egg King stream last week, we were very lucky that, you know, things were looking on the up. We ended on a really nice high note. As you remember, you know, he managed to get himself a nice bowl of rice, and he even had meat bros. Like, he's been living well for a week. But he went from expat horrific time in the Philippines. God, please help me. God, please help me. Sell my assets and lose all my money to my wife who's scamming me. And 11 days later, the Scotch Egg King has his prayers answered by God.
Hi.
Now, problem with watching the Scotch Egg King, his streams are incredibly boring. I haven't watched a second of this. So let's have a look. Hopefully you get to the point soon.
To my blog, expat horrific time in the Philippines. Now, the update is
We'll be getting...
I have got a very nice gentleman that has offered me...
Alive and Well in ZXP. That's also correct. All the same person.
I'm taking his offer, and hopefully we'll be back in the UK before Christmas.
So PayPig's going to pay for his flights?
I've got a very nice gentleman that has offered me a flight back to the UK.
Oh no, Lord Akira.
I'm taking his offer, and hopefully we'll be back in the UK.
Of course you take his offer, you scammy cunt.
Now then, I have got other issues that are worrying me.
I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. So again, if you guys remember from the last stream, basically his whole argument why we needed to feel extremely sorry for the Scotch Egg King, who decided to sell up his life in the UK, move away, still expect to collect his pension, still expect to be fronted all his medical treatment by the NHS, while he again is being scammed by a mail order bride that he met on the internet. And try to start a Scotch Egg empire and bet the moon. Just like 3-4's betting the moon on Solana, Daryl Marlin bet the moon on Scotch Eggs and it didn't pay out. But his whole central theme was like, guys, all I need to do is get back to the UK. I'm stuck over here. I'm an illegal immigrant. Duterte is about to come and hunt me down and assassinate me personally. I need to get back to the UK. Of course, boomers, especially boomers who LARP as Christians, they're going to find other boomers who are Christians who are going to help this man out. They're not as cynical as us youngsters who've seen the power of the grift and what it can do to fat Canadian lesbians. But of course, as soon as he milked a plane ticket out of Lord Akira, his new pay pig, of course he's going to go, well, it's not just flights that I need.
Because I don't know what's going to happen when I do get back.
What do you mean?
And I've got to try and find out
Thoughts stopped him?
what help I can actually get when I get back. Because people are saying that because I've been here for 3 years, I do not qualify for anything. So if that is the situation, and I don't qualify to get any benefits,
Not the
or
benefits.
I don't qualify to get any help with the housing, or I don't qualify to get any help from social services.
All because he's been on a sex tourism.
That makes me...
What has the UK come to? What have you done grossly?
So, with me being...
I prefer it raw, Zod.
That qualify me
Bloody where
like all
possible.
immigrants that are entering our country and getting all the help.
Oh, so the base Angloid comes out, you know, why won't they help me? You know whose fault it is?
Entering our country. So, with me being an immigrant, doesn't that qualify me like all immigrants that are entering our country?
Our country that you sold your living and your station in to fly across the other world to get a bit of fucking questionable vagina.
Getting all the help, getting a home to live in, getting food, getting money, furniture.
You'll get the same thing when you go home. You're not an immigrant. You've just been on a sex pest tourism situation. You're going to get looked after when you go back. This is a massive cope. He's literally still grifting, chat.
Doesn't that qualify me in the same situation because I'm an immigrant?
I'm an immigrant in my own land.
Problems.
Come on,
Well,
grossly.
I can hardly walk.
Can't you spare this man a cigarette or a Red Bull? You've had fucking 20 today. Take him in.
I'm falling to a bit.
Take him in. No, I'm sorry, Gardy.
Qualify me?
Scotch Egg King left me. Lost me. I'm sorry. Because all he needed was his flight home. All he's needed was his flight home. But no, please more donos, because I'm locked out of my own country that I left and sold all my possessions. and left a flat there with my retarded son who shat all over the place. And the landlord said, I can't even cover this. I'm just going to sell it all. Like, come on, bros. Come on, bros. I'm done with the Scotch Egg King. Fuck you. You know what? I hope Satan answers your prayers, bro. I hope Satan comes and takes a big old Scotch egg on your plate. And that's all you get to eat when you go back to the most... You know what? You should be lucky you're in the Philippines right now. You're going back to England. You're going back to England. You're going back to England. I cannot think of a worse fucking place in this world to go to. You should be thankful. You fucking whiny bitch. Speaking of whiny bitch, Schwalbe unblocked me. Schwalbe, why have you blocked me in chats? Why have you censored me? What did I do to you, Schwalbe, where you blocked me in chats? What did I say to you, Schwalbe, where you hate me so much that I can't even see amazing Schwalbe comments unless I'm wrenched in that chat? How do you block people? Fuck you, Schwalbe. First you left me for Telegram, saying you'll never come back. And now you come back and you blocked me, bro. And it's broken my heart. It's broken my heart. Yeah, that's because she's blocked you, bro. But look, this is not the Schwalbe news update. This is the Cooked Cunt report, all right? And we're getting to the final moment, or at least what we're going to look at before we go and check out the Cook report. And unfortunately, I did want Asian triads in Manchester in the 90s. I think grossly definitely would have voted that. But we will be watching Stalker the Stalker tonight. But we'll be able to watch some others down the line, no doubt. Now, I've left the most cooked of cunts to last. I've left the cunts that are so fucking cooked that I just wanted a one and done. I did not even want to go anywhere near these cooked cunts. Now, as you guys well know, Persip's going to become my writer soon. As I said, we're about to get his name on the contract. But as you guys well know, I've been writing for another YouTube channel. A YouTube channel by the name of Senor Deadman. And so, as you well know, one of the scripts I wrote for him recently was a family called the Thorpes. And I think everybody in the chat doesn't need much more to say about them. Apart from, if you go back and watch that initial stream, if you look at the comments I made, like what were some of the things I was telling Ben? Even in the Westminster Oxford with Ben, I was saying to Ben things like, Ben, you're untalented. You're really not talented at all. The only reason people are watching your channel is because they want to fuck your daughter. He's like, no, I've got masculine energy. I'm growing. I'm going to be Jordan Peterson in 6 months. I'll turn my 300 views a video to 1 million just exponentially in 6 months. And I said to him, I go, look, your peak content, the ones that's getting the most streams, 1,000 views kind of thing, apart from when you ankle bit Mr. Jones, is the Grace and Courtney content. And as we all know, ever since I cooned on Courtney's face, and I have now renamed the channel to the Courtney News Network, and Ben now addresses me as Mr. Thorpe, as you guys probably are well aware. I told him. I told the bloke. I said, buddy. Why is that? I said, buddy. Kino, I concede my defeat. Why do I sound like Razabaz? Kino, I concede my defeat at your hands in the Kino sphere. Courtney did not find your artwork offensive. She did. She's completely been missing for 2 weeks now, ever since. My first online cocking. Well played, bro. And I said to him, Ben, You are going to address me as Mr. Thor because I'm the man of the house now. Do you know what's happened to Ben since? They're living. Grace is now living in a toilet. She's falling asleep on the toilet floor because she's a crazy chick. She's really crazy and out there, bro. She's got a lot of problems to work out, like falling asleep on the toilet floor. Ben hasn't washed for 2 weeks, apparently. He hasn't actually showered for 2 weeks, and we're going to see it. We're going to see how dirty and greasy and just disgusting he looks right now. But Ben, since I came on Courtney's face and dropped some real truths on you, what's happened? Ben, you got that initial pop when Cal and some other people that we'll talk about have come over to check the stream. You know, you got that 1,000 viewers. And you're welcome. I wanted to help you, Ben. I've always been here to help Ben. I'm a helper, not a hurter. But look at this. 200, back to 200 views, 400 views, 400 views, 300. Even Senor Deadman, with his overabundance of charisma and energy and ability to entertain an audience, could only bring an extra 400 views. Ben, you've gone crashing back down. Ben Coin has gone to 0. But Grace Coin is going to 1 million. Like, I said some mean things about Grace, but it was for shock effect. And Grace, I know that you watch, and like, I never wanted to be mean to you. I never really did. Like, it's just a bit of banter, right? But like, you are clearly the reason why people tune in. And I'm not going to be like your dad and cast aspersions as to why. I actually think you're obviously a very intelligent young girl. You're very well spoken. And I think you genuinely like. I think you genuinely could like make a career out of it. But you're definitely not going to be able to make a career with your dad weighing you down. And I think you even go on to admit this in the stream. But I'm not going to preamble too much more. We're going to get into Grace's stream very briefly because, you know, this stream had, I think, like 6. So she started her own channel now, right? So Ben's going down to back to 300, 400 views. She's getting 700 in her first. She only got a small viewership subsequently, but that's because we're all based Black Lives Matter enthusiasts and ACABers around here. So, of course, we're not going to, like, tune into a propaganda. But the Grace question, the GQ,
reached out to me.
This was an amazing stream. She told some fantastic stories. And look, she admits she does have some problems that she needs to work out. But luckily, you know, we've got the boys from Chinatown there to help her out. And let's just see what she had to say in the stream.
You know, we became friends again.
Chad, come on.
And
she's more than a 5 out of 10. I reckon she's at least an 8.
I got very close to him.
She's got a lot of potential.
I got very close to him.
If she steps away from Ben,
I was really
she'll
hurt
see
by
that
what my mom had
potential.
done
If
to
she
me.
hangs with Ben, she'll stagnate for the rest of her life.
I was really I clung to him because I just felt like I'd been waiting for somebody to help me because I was really alienated. And,
So that was a big unfortunate thing about Grace's upbringing. You know, she was homeschooled for the longest time. And Grace, you know, a lot of that animosity towards you and your mother, every young girl goes through it, right? My sister and my mother did the exact same thing at your respective ages. It's not just centralized. So add in the homeschool factor where she's not just your mum, but she's also your teacher. That compounds it. So, like, you will, as you get older, you'll work it out. Trust me. But it was really upsetting to hear how, you know, and it seems like a recurring theme with Ben, but he puts his life in ahead of the rest of the families, and he calls himself a man for doing it. Like, it sounds like the restaurant was a terrible idea, and it sounds like it really strained everybody's relationship. And the fact that, you know, you go on to say what you're about to say, it breaks my heart for you, Grace.
So, that was when I was 15. It's been a while since then. It's been rough with my parents. It's been rough with my mom trying to work through this
Chad,
thing.
I have the highest of
And
standards. What are you
I've
talking
been sort
about?
of, because it was
I said I'd probably fucked spooky weed trash if I was drunk enough. I have high standards, Chad. High standards.
so alienated for so many years.
So she was
What are you guys
alienated.
talking about in
It's
chat?
horrible.
I see you are also a super fan of the Reformed Stoic Midwest. I don't know what that means.
So it looks like we have some
Midwest.
reformed
Is
stoic
this
chats.
Midwest? Sweetie, you should really smile more.
Why is she on YouTube? Because
I
she's
smile. I smile a lot. I'll
she
smile
could
more
be
for you.
easily 1,000 viewer.
I like men
channel,
telling me what to
like
do, but I
live
never
viewers.
listen.
She just needs more
So,
exposure.
yeah. So, all right. What I'm getting to is like
And she needs to just get away from Ben.
cling to my dad a lot. I rely on him a lot. I over rely on him. I'm unhealthily attached to my dad.
Yep, I
All right,
agree.
and make of that what you will. But it's true, and I think it's understandable because I was really hurt by what my mom did, and I'd kind of been sort of
You work past it, Grace. Trust me.
distant from him from when I was 8 years old to when I was 15 years old, and we were really close when I was younger, and then that just kind of when he started the restaurant, it just kind of I
It
pushed
ruined
him
the
away
family.
because I was. My mom was angry at him for starting the restaurant, and then I was angry at him for starting the restaurant because I kind of felt like it,
It
broke
ruined the
our
family
apart.
Exactly.
And it wasn't just my mom, I
and
was
the
angry at him.
YouTube channel is even worse, Grace. But at least you're. The fact that you've been able to
I
shine
don't know
through
which
into
chat
so
to
many
respond to.
communities
Grace
is
plays
probably
that
the
defiant
only
sub
shining,
game.
like, silver lining of this.
Maybe.
To
This
be
is
honest.
a typical woman's story. It goes on forever, but there's no point.
True.
I'm getting to the point, okay? And I don't know what I'm...
Yeah, Ray Romano, go fuck yourself.
This is the point. The point is, you guys are kind of right. There is something incestuous going on.
Wait,
all right?
what? I need greatest alive and well in Israel here right now. Where's the comment? And I can't remember if it's on my personal thing. There's a comment somewhere. Okay. It was from the cuck stream. Look what greatest alive and well Israel says. On the off chance that we mean this into reality, can we stop making jokes about the Thorpes and incest, please? Yes. Sorry, I can't chuckle too loud. Zero is doing something right now, so that's why I'm a bit harsh. But bro, it happened. Bro, this channel is fucking cursed. Is it because I did all that fucking spooky content in October and witches came here? Did I get a fucking hex put on this channel? What is fucking going on, bros? What is fucking going on? Why is all our memes turning into reality?
I got very close to him.
How close, Grace?
I was really hurt by what my mom had done to me.
It's the cursed corner. No.
I was really I clung to him because I just felt like I'd been waiting for somebody to help me because I was really alienated. And, so...
You made me read it, Grossly. You made me read the fucking curse.
That was when I was 15. It's been a while since then. It's been rough with my parents. It's been rough with my mom trying to work through this thing.
Yeah, because you've been fucking your dad. What the... Oh, my God. So this goes on for 3 hours, right? So we don't just have the lovely gentlemen from Chinatown who come along. There starts to be a lot of references to things like Yoba in chat and IP2 always wins. And this is where, sorry, I've kind of skipped ahead without time champion. And look, and here it is. I start seeing this comment. New cheese. I start seeing other comments about this girl reminds me of an unscuffed goo cheese.
Oh, and then we stream, and then Station
Grace,
says, "Oh
the
no."
IP2 guys are some of the
What?
best fans to have on the internet.
It's
They
over,
will turn
Grace.
up to
What?
every
What did I
stream.
do?
They
What?
will love you.
Hassan?
Until you say you want to fuck Hassan Piker. Lay off on the Turk stuff. Trust me. Trust me. People don't like Turks fucking white women. Trust me, Grace. But, yes, you guys heard that correctly. This is our new Queen Goo Cheese. But a much more intelligent, much more talented, much more beautiful version. And I've guys told you about the girl that I fingered in the Roman hostel. Who remind me of goo cheese. So I'm not going to say anything crass, Grace. I'm a spoken for man after all. But look, if you get out there and travel, maybe you too can meet an overweight, drunk, half Aboriginal, half Turkish man and ask him to take your stairwell your virginity in a stairwell as well. And hopefully he is the sensitive enough man to say no, this is not the right time, and just throw some fingers up there instead. Hopefully, Grace. But no, again, just jokes. Like, again, I don't mean you any harm, Grace. I hope you know that. But who I do fucking mean harm, Grace, and you know this, like, genuinely, your dad does upset me. And there's numerous reasons why. I think I've talked about them significantly enough. But what's really upsetting me about the spiral of the last 2 weeks since I came on his ex-wife's face, he hasn't washed. I think he's drinking significantly, because just look at the bags under the eyes and the poor complexion. Like, Grace has a beautiful glow. She obviously gets it from Courtney. She's obviously, as M104 says, the internet Viagra. But Ben, this looks just flaccid, bro. This is not good. This is why your channel has crashed ever since Courtney and Grace has left to do their own thing. Because nobody wants to see Cuck Enoch, Soy Enoch, Gavin McInner young boy. Fuck. I butchered that delivery worse than your fucking Troon joke, mate. But it's not just the ugliness on the outside, Ben. It's the pure ugliness on the inside. Because, Ben, if you had read the Bible, and if you did actually go to church, instead of just talking about being a Catholic online, you would remember, Ben, envy is a sin.
Not the holy, one holy Catholic, apostolic, and fun.
Shout out to Chinatown, the nicest lads on the internet.
And
a troll woman.
We'll take a fun ride, and then I got a couple of interesting. I got an interesting encounter with a guy. What was his good name? Wrangler or something Ranch. Kind of an interesting secular piece of wisdom. Someone who's got some daddy energy.
I will kill you, Hassan.
So, and my gorgeous Simpette Rivers in the chat.
So already, like, I really should, because I did want to apologize to Courtney just to say, look, it was just messing around. And I just wanted to have a chat with her just one-on-one. Not like do circus shit here on YouTube. I really want to have a chat with her behind closed doors. Because part of the thing that does make me sick about Ben, again, he's taken the coward's way. You're bonded to me. You need to look after my women while I go through my midlife crisis and start a failed YouTube channel. But he's still like being dirty and like flirting with catfish women in the chat. Like, he calls him his simpet, and this fat old bitch apparently sent him like pictures of her tits with his name on it. Ben. E-girls never. I'm trying to teach you the internet, Ben. I'm your father now. Just fucking listen. You've got your mother's energy, Ben.
And my gorgeous Simpette Rivers in the chat.
Simpet.
She said she's feeling nice.
Simpet.
It does feel nice to be with Daddy, doesn't it?
Gross.
Agrees. Grace.
Hello, can you hear me?
Welcome to the sexually
Zod.
exciting, provocative,
What a
and
king.
destructive.
Zod, is that the one that Razabas was on last night then? Is that what you just sent me? Because I am worried that actually downloading this is going to tank the stream for a little bit. It's only a gig. Just let me know if, like, the stream just fucking sputters on your ends, boys.
Show known as the Ben Thorpe
Good on you,
Show.
Zod. What a fucking
Not
king.
known as the Ben and Grace Show.
The Ben
Not ever
Thorpe,
going to be known as the
aka
Ben and Grace Show.
No.
Oh, okay.
Grace tried to branch out yesterday.
Okay, well,
and
thanks
do
for
her
sending
own
that through
stream.
anyway. We might
She
have
had
a look at
lot
that
of
subsequently.
viewers,
It happened before you came
but
here.
maybe
But
we could talk about that.
Razabas was on Toxic Stream last night, so that I was hoping it was that one to show Raz's appearance. But yeah, you're right, Chad, and I'll just have to go back because I did schmuckle over it. But yeah, he hasn't washed, bro. Like, look, Chad, look. Does that look like the face of someone who's washed in the last 2 weeks with his yellow teeth? And just, can you imagine the smell of that moustache? Just the cum and the fucking brushed teeth that's been breathing into it for the last 2 weeks.
Grace tried
Look
to
how
branch.
yellow his teeth are. See, Grace, beautiful glowing Grace with her beautiful white teeth. And look, oh, bros. That's what happens when you wake up at 3:40 in the morning to debate a fucking retarded Australian while smoking 5 joints because you can't keep up with him. That's what you look like after.
Grace tried to branch out yesterday and do her own stream. She had a lot of viewers.
And just look at the fucking C's there.
Branch out yesterday and do her own stream. She had a lot of viewers.
Yeah, she fired the
But
stream.
maybe
Chat
we could
was
talk about that
packed.
just a little bit.
You fire
more
for
here.
stream,
And I
and
want
you've got
the
a
chats to come
catfish
through.
in
No
there.
more chat blocking, Daddy.
and the ortho fag, your orbiter.
Okay. Orthobro says cope. This is the level we're at.
See? Cope.
You stop.
See, Ben, it was funny when she was telling Courtney to cope and see. It's not so funny when it's you. And even your fucking catfish thinks you're gross and disgusting and weird.
Ben.
You unwashed,
Morning, Grace.
alcoholic, degenerate piece of shit.
Yeah, right. Talk to Grace, right. I get it. I'm here for Grace.
2
Right.
weeks, Tender. 2 weeks. It's
Okay,
disgusting.
Sweetheart. I want to see the
All
pics
because
that I told you
he saw my
I need to
cum
see some
on his
documentation.
ex-wife face.
I got it
2
from my
weeks he
other
hasn't
sim pet.
washed.
What's her name? Ashley?
Oh, was it Ashley?
Wait, what?
Documentation. I got it from my other sim pet. What's her name? Ashley?
Guys, Ashley's just doing Ashley things, right? And you know, she goes apparently she's a bit like what Shaylin does, if you believe Jesse Podawful. Like goes from community to community, right? Kind of thing, right? Ashley, and Grace knows what I'm about to tell you guys. Ashley was the one who sent her tits to Ben. Ashley wrote Ben Thorpe on her fat old tits and sent it to Ben. Bros, I told you this was the Courtney News Network. I told you this was the Cooked Cunt report. And that is probably one of the most cooked cunt fucking stories I had to break to you tonight. She wrote, Tender knows this. She wrote Ben Thorpe on her tits and sent it to Ben. I guess this is the equivalent of cum tributes,
was it
eh?
Ashley? The
Yeah, I know, right?
What was her name? If you're lucky, I'll tell you my name. That girl.
Yeah, we got some competition amongst the simpats. And Grace, are you going to do
It's messed
what I
up,
told
Dad.
you to do, or just sit?
So he's already yelling at her. You know, this is what he thinks masculine energy is. Yelling at your wife or ex-wife, my wife now, and your daughter. Or your girlfriend, I guess.
Grace, are you going to do what I told you to do or just sit there staring at me?
You said we're going to talk about my stream.
So talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, it was terrible.
Oh, is this how the TV works? Oh,
no, I thought.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I'd just sit here.
So I was watching this before, and I still don't know, boys. I still don't know if this is an act or real, because we'll see it later. We'll see it talked about later. But he does his little cope laugh, right? Sometimes he's like, when he's trying to be like, I'm a cool guy on the internet. Nobody can hurt my feelings until I run away because I saw a picture of my wife with cum on it. But does this look like a guy who's having fun? Or as our favourite content producer online says, does this look like a guy who's mad at the internet? Because they like the glowing, the beautiful, the radiant, the intelligent, the charismatic Grace. And they despise the drunken, dishevelled, unwashed, fucking hasn't seen sunlight for 2 years. Disgusting old degenerate failure. I know who I'd rather watch.
Okay, it was terrible.
And look, he's good at gaslighting these women, though.
I guess I don't have anything really to say without.
It wasn't.
What are you talking about,
altogether
Grace?
terrible.
We
Why don't you
loved
give
your
him
fucking stories. What are you
a little
talking
background
about?
on it?
Chat loved your stories.
This is what you did on your stream. I'm not going to give you any information. I'm just going to say I don't get it.
Yeah, Chad, speak,
So,
you dumb
Why don't you
bitch.
own the reality of what happened?
I was.
Why don't you say yes, Dad? I will.
Yes, Dad.
That's what he says every time he tucks her in at night and asks if he can tuck a few things. Grace, honey, can I just pop a little in there?
I was.
Why don't you say yes, Dad?
Ha! Why don't you say yes, Dad?
I will.
Yes, Dad.
I will.
I will. Okay. So
Bullshit.
I had been realizing that I had been sort of.
fucking passive aggressive
Dad,
scene.
I will. Okay. So
Bullshit.
I
Is
had
that
been
masculine
realizing that
energy
I
there,
had sort of,
boys?
been leeching off my
Bullshit.
dad and not really doing a very good job in the past couple of streams
Grace, he's been leeching off you. Look at the numbers.
on this channel. So
No. Well, isn't it that it wasn't it the whole incestuous relationship kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean
That you realized, yeah, there is something wrong here.
Yeah, that I'm sort of hiding behind you, using you as a shield.
Wait. It's from Wait, is Grace pegging Ben? Bros. Ben. I said the whole thing about raping you in a fucking boxing ring as a joke, and you spurged out at me, and you're getting fucking pegged by your daughter that you're having incestuous relationships with? Ben! Holy shit, I come in this dude's wife's
not really
face and
getting
look at
out
what
there, right?
happens.
So I tried to get out
Well,
there.
it's a little more
Look at what
complicated than
happens.
that, but
This
go
is
ahead.
cooked. This is a
An
cooked cut
incestuous
report.
relationship is not hiding behind your dad as a shield. Exactly. A
Well,
little
no, it sounds
more
like she's the sword.
problematic than that.
Yeah.
Manipulating your dad by playing the victim to, you know,
Oh, no,
princess
Boris,
and a victim,
indeed, chat.
right?
Well, there's two chats
Tolerating your bad
in
behavior.
chat nowadays, so
Right.
I'm
Because
gonna
you're
have
my
to
dad
call
and
you
you'll know.
KK gay instead.
Just like that loser Leah.
Yeah,
did
not
with
as a
her
joke,
dad.
grossly, for
Called him
real.
up. You called me up, right? In a very inappropriate way and said, Dad, I need your help. And I rushed to your assistance.
Yeah,
Right?
when she said she needs your help, she didn't mean you dick, bro. I know you call her your fucking internet Viagra. But god damn it, Gavin McInner child.
Like a loser, instead of saying, get away from me. What is wrong with you? And whatever. Okay. So
Now, Grace, again, I'm not trying to be mean, but you know, you your dad, as I said, that dressing down that I had with him 2 weeks ago, I really have warped his mind in many regards. Because he's going to go on and take my little joke. Of course you're not fat. You're a beautiful young woman. I was just joking around, just trying to pick at something, just to shitpost. He goes on to call you fat, Grace. Like, earnestly, he's calling you fat now. And look how fat this cunt is. That's why the joke when I said it's funny. Grace, I'm fat. I'm very fat. That's why I say it as a joke. But Grace, darling, please, 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 lay off the coke. Lay off the coke. It's too much sugar. And we all know what it did to Andy Warski. Lay off the coke, darling. Substitute for water.
And
water or a
whatever.
cup of tea.
Okay.
I did plant a seed,
So-
all right, Tender. I planted
Then what
about
happened?
4 or 5
Chat's
seeds.
up to 10. We're in the double digits before we're even scheduled to.
I had a few people go recently. It's like, oh, can't believe people actually think that was real jizz.
Go on.
So
10.
then what
I can't believe that you guys think it's not real jizz.
happened was I kind of wanted to have my own stream to sort of apologize to people.
Why do you have
because-
to talk that way? Why do you have to go ba 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 ba?
Bronx, did he call you a loser?
I'm just talking.
Ben?
Not really.
Ben?
You're not really engaged.
Ben?
Okay, I'll try to engage.
Why don't you act like you give a shit?
I do give a shit. Okay, so
Stop snorting and burping in the microphone.
Why don't you act
fucking
like
pig,
you're
man.
putting yourself out there instead of like, here I am. My dad's trying to provoke me to respond to his energy with something that's worthy of these 10-9 losers' time.
Wait, what?
okay, all right, I'll stop.
What the fuck? You're calling your catfish and Ghost of Nikolai a loser? How dare you call Ghost of Nikolai a loser? Everybody who knows Ghost of Nikolai knows he's definitely not a loser.
Being self-protective.
See, it went down to 9.
I was worried that maybe that I was just doing this sort of like incesty thing with my dad.
Wait,
and that I
what?
wasn't
Look,
What are you...
look at the camera.
I just was.
No, look at the camera.
Grace, when you're talking about our incestuous relationship, make eye contact with the audience. Look straight at them and say, I like to fuck my family member like a real YouTube star. Please.
And talk
Okay.
to the people.
Okay. I was worried that I was doing this thing with my dad where it's kind of incesty and I wasn't really putting myself out there because it was safer to just be on his channel and act like I was better than other people. So I tried
You
to
are
do my
better
own
than other
stream
people.
to kind of put myself out there.
Especially
and
Ben
kind of say
Thor.
like, okay, people who have been saying that, you know, there's an incesty vibe. It's true. It's true. There's
See?
some truth to it, and I want to
I
sort of
told
put
you,
it out there
GAI.
and, you know, stop.
It's the
manipulating
cursed
my
corner,
dad and
okay?
trying to
Can
do
we
something
stop
on my
making
own.
jokes around here, please?
Whoa, wait a second. What is the incestuous vibe? What is the vibe that you've been trying to portray here?
That I'm a victim of you, and that
Oh, Rizzo's here, base. Hey, bro. We're just gonna shove a banana down a fruit, bro.
And
you know,
especially,
you forced
what
me to
about
do
me?
This is now
What
the
about
RZA
me
corner,
is
bro.
you're a victim of.
When are we gonna have a nice
Anger?
drinking stream?
Yeah, okay.
Will you drink fucking some rosé
what's
with me
that?
one time, Rizza?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that you've left
Right.
Discord, you're a YouTube
You're a
chat.
victim of my
Come on.
masculine energy.
You every channel,
And
every
boy,
show
oh
you
boy,
go
does
on
it
to
get
now, you're
fun
lining up.
to-
You're great
to
on Toxic Show
fantasize
last night.
For losers to fantasize about what that means and what ways you've tried to manipulate that. Right? And deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's you know, yes, I've tried to portray it like
Okay.
that, and I was
So
sick
the
of
point
doing
was for you to do your own stream to be honest about it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
You
Well,
know what,
what's been
Ben? You
going
are
on in this
right.
channel?
You do have losers in your chat. You definitely have losers in your chat. So I
Grace?
stand corrected.
With
Rose,
you
how about real drink,
and
bro?
people and me. What's been going on?
What, do you want to drink a
this
liter
channel?
of vodka each? Down in one
Well, I think
sip?
I kind
Let's
of
be a
thought-
little bit honest, sweetheart.
Okay, I think I kind of thought that, you know, I thought
Because
that,
he's a
like,
good
I was
Catholic
kind of, like,
father,
gonna be the normal
M104.
one,
That's why he
sort
hates
of
his
that you would
family.
be the
No.
showman.
What's been going on from day one? What's been going on?
And remember, the children that he hates, well, I guess he fucks her, but the children that he hates, it's all Courtney's fault. None of it's his fault. I'm a RZA fanboy too, Bronx. We love
Grace,
Razzabass.
You have enjoyed a ton of male attention.
Oh,
You find it exciting.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
RZA's in.
Yes.
We're going to do a vodka and scotch egg stream.
Absolutely. But, so I kind of thought...
And
like,
yet, what?
I agree. Gabby.
Yet,
Let's put it to a poll.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really deserving of it. Like, they're not actually here for me. I'm just
Well, you don't know what to make of it, right?
Yeah. I somewhat don't.
You've been sort of in a bubble since you almost graduated high school, right?
Yeah.
Of your family craziness, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've been fucking plowing her, Ben.
And haven't had any interaction at all. And in that time, you've blossomed, into a young lady, right? In that you're 20 years old. No more baby. You don't have 20-year-old babies who've spent 5 years in a kind of parental hellscape, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what you mean by you don't. I do. That is.
Well, you're not a baby when you emerge from those 5 years.
I'm stopping the steel gross.
Right? You're not a baby. Are you? Maybe you are.
No, I'm not a baby.
Wait, that seemed like that almost got Ben excited. The notion that his girlfriend's a big baby.
Well, you're not a baby when you emerge from those 5 years. Right? You're not a baby. Are you? Maybe you are.
No.
Whoa. Look at the eyes. Look at the Kuma eyes. That is the eyes of a man who just coomed inside a big baby. That is the eyes of incest, chat. Look at that. The blackest eyes. Bros. Those eyes have fucking seen some shit. They have seen some shit.
No, I'm not a baby.
Okay. Well, you
I'm not big baby.
You experienced a lot of suffering, crazy suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You did a lot of bad things.
Grace should co-host the Big Baby podcast.
You lashed out
because it's a fucking good show, but apparently just fucking making quote content with gay interpersonal drama for fucking 5-6 months now. Apparently that's the content, boys.
Call it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Before I did it on stream.
Apparently the same conversation over and over again. Yep. That's the content, boys.
We all have to move on from this, right? And then moments
pay
later,
does get brought up
later,
actually in Grace's stream. A few people do compare it to pay. And Grace is like, I know Pay's your girl, and I know on the Kino Courting data shows.
You guys ever heard of the Bible? You ever read the Bible? Anyone out there ever read the Bible?
Grace is 10 times
and his wife were told by God to leave Sodom and Gomorrah and not to turn around and look at it.
So listen to that as well. I know I was just sawing over him, but like, listen to the argument that Ben daughter raper Thorpe is going to make right now. He's going to argue that him leaving his family behind, alienating all his family to the point where the wife is done with him. She's ready to move on. The daughter is recovering from the sexual abuse and likewise wants to get out of her father's shadow or away from behind him. She doesn't want to peg him anymore and then have to, like, again, these are the eyes of as soon as the peg goes in. That's the face that he pulls. And definitely there's nothing to see there, chat. But even like, he's sending death threats to his son. Did you guys hear about this? Again, more breaking news. The son had to call the cops on him, and that's probably why he thought he had to do it to Dead Man as some sort of gay op to like channel the attention away from him to Dead Man. He made death threats to his son. He's trying to kill Jerome B. Like, what the fuck, bros? So he thinks leaving Sodom and Gomorrah is abandoning your family, leaving the wife that you made a vow to start your YouTube channel, which you're going to be bigger than Jordan Peterson in 6 months. And walking headfirst and hanging out with the most respectable boys on the internet in Chinatown, and with the even more respectable guys at IAP2, is going to be his path away from Sodom and Gomorrah. Just
what
think
that
about
was,
that.
but whatever, right? It's like
Just
Lot's
think
wife.
about
You guys
that.
ever heard of the Bible? You ever read the Bible? Anyone out there ever read the Bible?
No, fuck
Lot
you,
and his
Brucey.
wife were told by God
I'm gonna
to
fucking
leave
ban
Sodom
you,
and Gomorrah
bro.
and not to turn around and look at it. That's us.
Yeah.
That's me with something in my life that I didn't know what the hell it was. Okay, confusing.
My 486 views as my career now, while you're in a fucking bathroom. That is my purpose that God has put in front of me.
And I'm not turning around and looking at it. Now, you need to turn around and look at it in some way, examine it, but not.
Chad, I can't even read that
life.
out.
Kind of
Chad
fascinated.
Kleckler,
You
that's
gotta move on
fucked,
with your
bro.
life. Okay, and you
Yes.
haven't moved on with your life.
Yeah,
I
right.
will have to read it out now. This is making me blush. Chad Kleckler says, look at her stare. Grace is lost in thought, imagining the sound of Ben's unwashed balls slapping her ass, the smell of fetid onions wafting up in the gentle breeze. That's the most poetic A-loggery I've read for quite some time,
I'm
Chad.
still
You
in this.
come from
That's
that
messed
where
up,
you
bro.
played the victim
That's messed up.
Yeah.
of me.
When's it Ralph
You
Mal
made
gonna
some
claim
progress,
Grace?
And now you come out into the
Look,
YouTube world. Where
As I said,
you're
Grace
like,
has a
oh,
lot to
well,
offer this
a
world, but
lot
does
of
she have as
people
much to offer
like
as
me,
Queen
and they're
May?
attracted to me because I've
Hell
got
no.
boobs and I'm pretty.
I'm sorry, Grace.
Although I don't know
But
what.
literally,
how pretty
there's
you
a
are.
reason why we
I
call
think
her
you're
Queen
gorgeous,
May.
but how would a dad
She's a
know
fucking
whether
queen.
his
She's a
daughter is a
literal
6 or a
queen.
7? And I don't even think that even exists. But the internet is mildly amused by your looks or whatever.
Yeah.
I think your internet is mild. Daughter is
So again, look, Ben, when I was saying that was a joke. Haha. That was me just ribbing Grace a little bit for the content. She's intelligent. She's charismatic. When she went on Hallmax's stream, yeah, the guys were commenting about her looks, but they were actually liking her bands as well. They thought she had a lot to offer. And this is all you're reducing your daughter / girlfriend to, now that you've fucking got the peg from her? This is all you think of her as?
6 or a 7, and I don't even think that even exists. But
You think she's just a
the internet
6 or a
is
7?
mildly amused by your looks or whatever.
Yeah.
Who's
I think
only
you're
got
a
mildly
loser.
amusing
You're acting
looks?
like a loser.
And he
when
called
you
her a
could be a lot of
loser,
fun.
chat.
And I don't think
He
anyone-
didn't just call fucking Bronx Beats a loser, but he called his beautiful girlfriend daughter a loser as well. Like, this
really
guy's
even knows
fucked,
what a 6 or a
bros.
7 or an 8 is.
This guy's
But
cooked.
It's just how much fun you are.
He's a cooked cunt.
And you could be
this
a
is
lot
the
of
Cooked
fun,
Cunt
but you've
report
been
on the
a
Korner
loser,
News Network.
baby.
Yeah.
Crying about whether it's wrong that men have give you attention. Loser men. And then
Bronx Beats is
Now-
not a loser. Stop it.
you're jealous of them because you realize they're not that
Bronx
interesting
Beats
to you.
won $100, Ben.
Well, I'm not
He's a
jealous
winner.
of them, but
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
literally the
You're jealous
definition
of
of
me.
winning.
Right.
Yeah, I'm jealous of you because you're the
Yeah,
one
look,
that
you're sitting there
actually-
putting makeup on, like, because you're saying, look over here, boys. Aren't I interesting? And the answer is no, you're not interesting. You're fat.
Nope.
You got a fat face.
Bros. Like, what is it with guys in their 50s running YouTube channels that now they just take everything that I say and then just say it 2 weeks later? What's going on with these guys? I'm not that interesting guy. Why are you copying everything I say? And I said it as a joke. And you're saying that about your girlfriend, Ben. What does that say about you? Do you think you're skinny right now? Do you think you look skinny and svelte? You're gonna demean your girlfriend in public like this?
Your hair is loserish.
She's got loser
Now you're
hair.
becoming more
Ben,
shoppable.
do you think you're fucking in 2013 with the gay barista fucking BuzzFeed look? Ben! Barista BuzzFeed. What year is that going to come up with? 2021? Oh my god, they're still here. They're still fucking here. But when were hipsters a thing? When was like hipster barista? Like when? This is what Ben thinks he looks like. This is what he thinks he looks like. This is what he thinks this is him right now. Ben, this is what you look like. All right? Grim cheers. No towels in chat, please. Especially slurs like Bronx. Don't. Rather you say nigger or faggot, bro. Like, don't say Bronx.
Show everyone how your new desperation is manifesting itself. Pull back from the microphone.
I heard that too, Brucey.
Right. Okay, we all see this. Okay. Desperate loser.
Like, look how beautiful she looks
Okay.
right now. With her beautiful buxom breasts.
Well, we'll leave
Her
that
bunting, budding
for folks to
breasts.
interpret. Up to 13.
Yeah, leave it
Let's
for
get it
all
up
the
into the
losers.
30s,
Leave
guys.
it for all the jerks.
Call
in
your
the back to
mother,
clutch
your
pearls.
friend.
Go ahead.
All right, so what happened?
All because she got 5 times the viewership, Ben. All, again, you fire up a stream, your channel's dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't count. You got 4 people in chat, Ben. You got 4. She had 50. She had 12 times your viewership, Ben. And you're calling her a loser? Ben, she didn't even want to do YouTube. You pulled her into it. And she's already outshining you. Ben, the only loser right here is this guy. That's the only loser we see, Ben.
Yesterday. Okay, so blame it on me. Go ahead, do it. Do the blaming.
That's what I was saying
on me
before,
that
Brucey.
you
Like, I
did
don't know if
last
it's an
night after
act,
You came back in tears.
but the
and
seethe is
rage
too hard.
on your stream.
So that's what I'm saying. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. See, that's a better fucking tower. Thank you, KK gay. Of course you're going to say faggot. Faggot is as faggot does. But Brucey, like, he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't, because he's either legit seething at her because she pulls in 12 times the audience, and that's fucking pathetic, or you didn't see this at the top of the hour, Brucey, but I dissected it. Look, he got the cum bump. He got the cum bump. He got the cum bump. So I came on the wife's face, and then everybody wanted to go and see what was going on with these two. And it popped off. It popped off those 2 days. And look at it since. 276, 473, 484, 385, 406. Even Dagman couldn't pull a massive audience to it. His channel's dead, bros. I came on his wife's face and his channel's dead. But Gray's coin is going to 1 million, and this is why he's seizing. So he's either trying to do fake drama with his girlfriend for more clicks, because he knew that that's what happened with Courtney, or he's legit seizing. And this is the most impotent, queer, soy cucked out, Gavin McInnerchild rage I've ever seen on the internet. And I watch a lot of fucking weirdos on the internet.
Go ahead,
Okay.
do it.
I
See if
blame
anyone
you
buys it.
because you told me to try to be receptive, so that's what I did for fucking 3 hours. I sat there and I tried to like listen to
An
people
elephant
read
does not
sentence.
concern
All
itself
right.
with the movement.
All right,
of
whoa,
ants,
whoa.
Bruce.
Hated it.
Well, okay. So I suggested that you be more receptive. Okay. What was I
She is. She's way more
advising
powerful than
not
him.
to do
And
that you
that's
had
what
been
he's doing. He's gaslighting her like he did with
Being
Courtney before to make her
Well,
feel he's negging her.
let's
You're
be
fat,
honest. So you
you're
just say 2
boring,
words, right?
you're a 6 out of
See
10.
why you're
They just
not
want you because you're pussy.
doing a good
It's
job.
classic fucking
That's not receptive. I
gaslight
asked you a
abusing.
question.
It's
you
the
go,
same
"Pick."
way that fucking Axel talks to Shaggy.
Being like
It's you
okay,
put them in
like,
their place. You tell them they
telling
don't know
people
about the
off for
origins of the
making
alt
assumptions
right
about our
while you
relationship
burp
that
and have to
No,
fucking
no, that's
end the
not
stream
what was
because you're
said
too
about
drunk
it.
at 2
That's
p.m.
fine.
in the afternoon.
That's the only thing that's interesting about you.
And
You
then
tell
they go
these
back into
losers
their little
off
corner and they think about it and they cry. And then they come groveling back for the
beyond your
affection again.
boobs or whatever. Okay. What are you doing most of the time, Grady? A little bit.
Okay, Grim. Grim wins chat today. Bro looks like a downy version of Red Bar.
So go ahead.
Okay, what did you tell me not
It's
to
true.
do?
What were you doing?
It's true.
You're doing it right
fucking
now.
true.
Pretending I don't know what's going on, acting like a baby.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
a
yeah.
big
Acting like a
baby.
little prig.
This is
who,
how he
like,
thinks he
you know, just
looks.
goes to Sunday school.
This
and
is how he
doesn't
actually
have
looks.
this
Have at
problem that
least
she's gonna
Mike
resolve
fucking
with male
showers,
energy,
Ben.
right?
But I.
How many years? When did you hit puberty? When you were 12? 12,
Yeah.
maybe?
And look at that.
8
Grossly
years.
confirms the
You
seed
make
is real.
almost
And you know what?
no
You and
progress.
Grace together,
Yeah, right.
better
Okay.
combination.
You're going to say to me,
Then-
oh, these guys want to see my foot without a sock on. Daddy, should I do that?
You know what? You'd be JF and Mama JF. That's how good it would be.
You don't know the answer to that question?
I do.
You're 20 years old.
Okay, well.
That's because he's the
What's the
replacement for the wife.
The answer is I can do it or not do it. Doesn't matter.
No, the answer is whatever.
Yeah.
Who even asks a question like that to their father when they're 20 years old? What is wrong with you?
But then you're mischaracterizing
What is
it.
wrong
I
with
wasn't
you?
saying like, hey, can I do this? I was saying, is this some
No,
sort of
you
like a
act like
troll?
you're a baby, Grace.
No.
So he's just belittling her because she should be an adult who decides whether or not to show her feet to people online. It's worse than a lover's tiff, Bronx. He's just the soy and the reeing and just the impotent rage of a man who's been outshone by his girlfriend and daughter. He's looking at chat the whole time. You realize it's just Gowdy at this point in there, and a catfish and the ortho fag. Like that's it. Nick came and dabbed on Ashley and then ran away to go and sniff for some more feet. You're right, Gracely. This is pure unadulterated seed. But watch what he does. So now this has been masculine energy thought. I'm not just humiliating my ex-wife on the internet, but also my daughter bride. But look how he tries to turn her around like, I'm just hanging out, bros. When two of our favorite Anglos call in. First, the new host of the Kino Corner, as decreed by you, the audience, with an overwhelming result. Ladies and gentlemen, the new host of the Kino Corner, Razza Chad, with 91% of the votes. That is more resounding victory than the Featherman. So let's look how the new host of the Kino Corner comes on and livens up the stream. Because Razza and Grace have some of the best fucking chemistry I've seen. It's amazing. It's beautiful to watch. Look how much about how happy she is right away. He was saying before, you don't smile enough, you don't smile. Yeah, because she's with you, you fucking pegged out fucking Gavin McInner child. But look at how much she loves hanging out with the Razzie Chad.
No,
Because we
right,
liked
but
your
you
show.
all
We
wanna
liked
hang
your
out.
show.
No,
We
everybody
liked your
who
show.
watches
We
this
liked your
channel-
show,
everybody
bro.
who watches this channel, they just use me as a foil, as a way to get to my dad. I get it now. I get it. Everybody.
Oh yeah. I'm sure your fucking dad's DMs are full of my messages. Nobody cares about your fucking dad, bro.
Yeah, well, they do.
Correct,
though. Like,
Chad.
I'm just a
Jerome
way
B.
to-
Will rise.
The people before we turned up may have been interested in your father. That's over. You gotta let that go.
It's over, Ben. And look, chat's now livened up. You've got Razzie Chadders in there, Echo Chad's in there, Enslaved by Truth, who came over to watch the Coomanings in there, Tender's in there. Ben, I know you're going to see this, bro. Or should I say child, as the man of the house. But Ben, these people came in here and livened up the chat as soon as you went off cam. That's when the real entertainment came.
man. You got to let that stupid fat walrus with his cum-soaked moustache slip into
Fat
the distance,
walrus!
and you got to take off on your own. Your show last night was great.
It was
It
great.
was not
It was-
great. It was,
it was
It
terrible.
was.
Gross.
Well,
It's
that's
great.
why it was great.
It
Right?
was horrendous. Oh,
Well,
fuck.
we all love a fucking train crash.
Tender,
Yeah.
Ben
Nobody
hasn't
likes
just been in,
Nobody
in
likes
her
a fucking
ears,
Sunday
obviously.
stroll with a daughter and her dad.
It's been in other
You want a fucking
cavities as
train
well.
crash, man.
Sure, yeah,
That's what we
yeah.
want.
I mean, hopefully,
Yeah.
maybe it was good content, but I mean, it was
Yeah.
It was good
terrible.
content. It doesn't.
good.
What do you mean it was terrible? It was your first show.
Oh, it was terrible. I can't
What was
stream
terrible?
Sometimes
You-
he says,
You tell me what
Razor
was
sounds
terrible
like
about
he's
it.
always
Oh,
sounds
listen.
like he's about to order a gang killing.
Well, I mean, I didn't
You go and tell those twats I'm gonna shove a banana down their throat.
really have anything to say, and I just ended up staring at the camera going like, what do you guys think for like fucking 3 hours straight? I couldn't
Because
even
you're
watch
like me,
myself.
Grace. You've
So-
learned
That's
from
good.
your
That's
father.
good.
No, not
Well,
the
people
father
like
who's trying to rape
people who
you.
interact with chat.
Your
We
actual
like
real
it.
spiritual
Yeah,
father
well, but
now.
hmm
Interacting with the chat
I was
is the
just sitting
show.
there like,
There you were.
Don't
You were
be
reading
shaggy
chat and you were
and
responding to it.
seethe
You
and
liked it.
block the chat.
What do you mean content?
Be
you think
like
your
the
dad
former
moaning
host
about
of
the
the
fucking
Kino
Catholic
Corner.
Church is content?
Make chat your
Ain't no
content.
fucking content.
Make Sam be
yeah,
your
it is,
content.
it's way better
Make
content.
Razzie your content.
Is that why there's fucking
Razzie
19
B.
people watching as opposed to 50 people watching you?
Yeah, but they
Sam
weren't really
Bast.
watching me because somebody posted me on some kind of a Discord or something, and everybody went in just for.
Well, it doesn't matter why they were watching it. We'll post you in another Discord again.
It just sounds
Well,
like a mix
no,
of
seriously, it
every
was very
like
nice of you all to
regional
come,
county
but
in the
I
UK
just
combined,
did a
Brucey.
terrible job. And it's fine.
It was very
no, because
Oh,
I'm
boy,
used-
from the north and the
that was
south,
very
bro.
presumptuous of you to say that I came. I didn't come.
What?
to the stream.
Oh, you mean I just listened to the stream? Sorry.
Yeah,
All right. Well, you didn't even read the bedtime story.
I know I should have.
See,
wrapped
just
it up,
like
but I was
Bronx.
I was too humiliated by my own actions by the end of it to.
What did you do wrong?
muster the
Tell me what you did wrong.
I don't think I did anything wrong. I just think nobody really wants to hear a woman talk about stuff, and I could read the
See,
and I was like,
that's
oh.
just the gaslighting. Grace, what are you talking about? Some of the biggest channels on YouTube are just women talking. What are you talking about? Have you not seen the viewers that Kino Casino pull in? I know that Mama Casino over there, I know that she, she's a little bit more vivacious in the way she flails about her arms and whatnot, but like, you could be the next Kino, you could be the Grace Casino. It would be
this isn't
great.
Really working, but I stayed
And
with
Raz
it,
will
tried
be
to
your
get something,
Warski.
and
And
so
instead of
it was
box
your
wine and
first
cocaine,
stream.
it'll be a liter
It
of
was your first
vodka
stream.
down in one gulp.
I don't think.
Whoa, Grace!
Hear what I
I'll
have
shove
to
a
say.
banana
That's
down your
in
throat!
contrast to what my dad has to say, and I'm fine with that. Good.
Your father gets 20 viewers. Nobody wants to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, and 19
He
of them in
gets 20
Chinatown.
viewers because people are avoiding this channel because it's so
Oh,
dangerous.
he gaslit you. What's dangerous about it? What are they going to do? Bore him to death?
Base Razza.
Come on, Grace. You need to come over with us, man. We'll make a woman of you.
Girl, doom, doom, doom,
what did you say?
doom.
Or you can be Daddy's
I'll
little
shove
girl
a banana
forever.
down your throat. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I may have had like 50 viewers or whatever, but it was
Yeah.
horrendous.
Yeah.
And those viewers are gonna.
I
get
love how
down,
Rez
and
just
eventually
goes,
it's just
yeah.
gonna be me sitting.
How do you know that? How do you know that? You did one show
And
and
it
you
happened
go,
on the
oh,
Dead
what?
Man show. He'll go high energy. He's like, yeah, Grace, and then he'll be like, yeah.
And there'll be only 2 people
what's-
watching tomorrow. No.
I can't do it on my own. Who cares? I can't do it.
You
on
did
my,
it on your
I
own.
could do it maybe with you as
You
a
did it.
co-host or somebody else, but I can't do it on my own. It was horrendous.
Grace, you did it on your own.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Oh,
I
wait.
mean,
don't start
Grace,
hiding
Grace.
behind my fucking coattails.
Grace.
No, you don't need a
Grace.
coat. Well, look, we can talk about.
Wait,
a
this guy
co-host in
sounds
the
like
future. You
Razza
don't
as
need a
well.
co-host.
Look,
It
you
was
don't
alright.
need a
Everybody liked
co-host.
it.
Grace.
Everybody was disappointed when you deleted it. Everybody's very mad.
And Gracie, just shut your fucking soy and juice, ginseng hopped up Red Bull fucking mouth, dripping mouth, bro. when Rez is talking, can you let a man finish? Can you let him speak?
Yeah. Because we all think that he told you to
Grace.
delete it.
Oh no,
Grace.
he would. No, see,
That's what we
what
thought.
happened is I
Do you have
privated it.
autism,
Yeah.
Gracely?
I was
There's a
embarrassed.
And we're also
conversation
mad
going
at
on.
I
Ben
didn't tell him that I
for trying
privated it.
for trying to get rid of fucking Dead Man. You might be a stupid fat retard, but his content. Don't delete content.
What did
It's
we
true.
delete?
Grace, you need to listen to Razabas. Don't
Dead
listen to
Man?
like. Why do you think the stream was bad though? I don't understand why you think it was a bad stream.
Oh, because it was just.
Well, look, Grossly,
Who let this guy
if
out?
you
40 people. 40 people saw.
see, that was a good fucking thing. Like, chat was loving that. And then, look, he's not seething anymore, guys. He smoked 17 joints. And now he's just hanging with the boys.
For
What's
3
up,
hours and
Grossly?
listening to
Nigga?
it. They can't even hold 20 people here. Like, this is bullshit. Last night, that was a fun stream. People loved it. I can guarantee
He
next
slicked
time
his
there'll be
hair.
60 people.
Really?
This.
Oh, you're
This is
trying
like
to
a
encourage.
snooze fest. Yeah,
They
yeah.
wanna
Your
see me
stream's shit.
humiliate
Yeah,
myself for
listen to him
another
laugh.
3
He's,
hours.
Your
he's
stream's
already
shit.
trying. He's
You
already
can't
trying to
get 40
gaslight you,
views.
Ben.
Finally,
Great,
finally,
great.
I've got some
You
guys here.
You
Go
can't
ahead, I
get
love it.
40 viewers. Yeah, your stream is shit.
He's
Ben.
already trying to fucking gaslight you.
See,
Laugh.
that's the cope laugh. That's the cope laugh. And do you know how that's a cope laugh, boys? Because you've seen it before. Soy mustache and looks like Cuck Enoch when they meet a true Chad on the internet. What do you get, Ben?
I don't know. That hasn't happened.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Look at this guy.
Same fucking cope laugh with your shitty unbrushed for 2 weeks fucking teeth. I just realized that this whole thing of me going on the internet for the last 2 months is blowing up in my face. Just fucking roast me, boys. I'm glad you're here. The anglers have come to fucking conquer the Merrimutts like they should have.
Listen to me laugh. What are you laughing about, dickhead?
The cope
What
laughter.
the come out your mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Was it funny when your daughter was it funny when your daughter stuck you in the grave, bro?
The only time you could get
Oh,
40
yeah,
viewers,
yeah. Okay, I
Ben,
get what you're
is
saying.
when we brought 40
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah,
with
yeah.
us to come and watch us. When I said, "Hey boys,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go wa-"
yeah. Remember? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny when you guys said that. Yeah, she's burying me in a grave. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, where is it? Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look over here, boys. Aren't I?
Are you laughing now, bro?
No. Look at the camera and talk to the people.
You laughing now, bro?
I was.
watch this stream, and I brought fucking 30 of my friends and added on to the 10 people who
Oh,
were here.
those. Yeah. Those
Yeah, they
were
were
30
all
of
my
your
people.
friends. Because
Yeah, no
she
shit.
said they're all trolls, but I didn't think they were trolls.
No, they were all my friends. All them people
Well,
on
it all
Grace's
depends
stream.
on what you called grossly.
Yeah.
He claims not to be a troll.
No. I'm a shit poster.
Yeah, I don't think.
Ben, he takes a shit on a post and then he smears it on people's faces. He's not a troll. He's not Shaylin. Doesn't live under a bridge and have 2 bouts. Because that's what I heard why. Again, I'm probably breaking more news. It's just in that it's a news breaking stream, boys. But I heard the reason why Shaylin's voice is so far because she actually transitioned twice. Like, and not in like she tries to transition and then stops taking the hormone. So like that's the quote detransitioning, like Shaggy's missus. No. Shaylin actually transitioned. She went male to female. No, sorry, other way around. My apologies. She went female to male, and she lived like that for a few years, and then she wanted to have a kid, so she actually transitioned back. So she had 2 gender reassignment surgery. And then 2 bouts of, like, hormone replacement therapy. So that's why her voice is so fucked. Like, initially I just thought it was smoking heaps of darts, but nah. Bro, you could smoke more darts than Grossly and still not sound that fucked.
I think you're a troll. I mean, I don't think everyone there was intending to.
No, she's a
drive
female
Grace
again.
crazy.
No, we wanted
KK
to
gay.
interact.
As a
We had
member of the
fun stream.
LGBT
I think there should
community,
be many
KK
more.
gay shouldn't be
I think
fucking.
the soonest, the soonest she
She's
ditches
now
this
a
boring
female.
snooze
I
fest.
get what they're doing.
Okay.
She should definitely do it again.
And you know what? Do you know
It is
what Grace
great.
never told us
Grace.
about? The Pope. No one cares about the Pope.
No, Bruce, it wasn't a silly voice.
Oh no, Razabas, come on, 10 people.
Yeah, dude.
Right, 10 people care about the Pope. That's true.
Yeah, I know.
Most of those
I know
numbers are
magic,
just
dude.
devices that I turn on the channel just to make it.
So there's
look
even
like-
less people.
Yeah, you're probably the only. You're probably the only two here.
Oh, base turf.
Well, no,
KK
we've
gay.
got five.
KK
we've
gay,
actually
JK
got about
Rowling
20
confirmed.
people sat in a VC, like laughing at you. We just didn't want to give you the numbers because we're
Yeah,
teaching
you
you a
go to
lesson.
Discord and
Oh,
mock
fuck
me.
you.
Yeah. We're
Good,
teaching
good
you a
for you.
lesson. We're teaching the Grace. Well, I heard the beginning of your stream where you're like, apologize,
See?
Grace. I don't know what.
It's only
to
so long he
apologise
can.
for. We all
And
love
look
the
at the
stream.
lips. Look at the lips work now. There's only so long you can do the cope fucking smile, right? Because it takes so much active like muscle work to do it. Like he's doing the nervous shift around in the chair, right? And he's like, I'm gonna pretend I'm having a good time. But then he goes back to actively listening. These two esteemed British royalty now just fucking laying into him. And look at it. Look at it. He's going back to taste the fucking cum drops in his moustache. He's broken, boys. We broke him. We broke him. And all it took was just a couple of drops of cum.
Okay, so I thought we'll
Yeah.
teach you a lesson. And we'll have all the people we normally have that would come in here. We'll sit them in Discord.
He's
instead.
Coke laughing again. What are you laughing
Yeah,
at?
see?
Ben?
You see,
when we
made
take
you-
Grace away from you, when we take
we
Grace
made
away
you.
from you, Ben, you're gonna have fucking 5 viewers, my nigga.
Yeah. We
Okay,
gave you
but
lives.
you have to
Yeah, yeah,
convince
yeah.
her. You have. She's the one who came crying to me about how lousy the stream was. Now it is true.
So look at that. Like he's only so again, he thinks he's got masculine energy, right? But his masculine energy is just yelling at women. So his only response after cuck laughing to Razachad is like,
Yeah.
well, I
Yeah.
can't cuck laugh, so I'm gonna have
We
to
gave
raise
you
my
You
lives.
voice.
have to
Yeah, yeah,
convince
yeah.
her. You have to. She's the one who
Convince
came
Grace!
crying to me about how lousy the stream was. Now
So again, he just goes back to default mode. When his brain switches off from fucking cope laughing, he just has to go back to yelling at women
it
again.
is true that as soon as the stream finished, I called her and I said,
Yo,
"That
what up,
was
GG?
Awful."
No, but I had
Awful.
already determined it in my head. I was like, that was.
So go ahead.
Right,
I was
that-
talking
that-
about you before.
That's
Just
'cause
saying,
you
we're
told
talking
it
about
was
toxic.
awful. You set it up her in her head
So
beforehand.
usually,
It was a great stream.
most of the time,
I
with
liked it. You read
toxic stream, you just go in there. And it's basically like yourself and a few others. But yeah, your stream's been pretty interesting last week. Did you see Razabas call into the show last night?
Ben, we
No?
can take away the 20 years of like nonsense you've spewed into her head, and we can take it away in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Could do.
Yeah, but
I got that big
Okay,
feeling as well,
Ben,
GG.
Less
Ben,
attached.
He
to
seemed
me.
like a
She's
fail son.
parasite.
He's got the energy
Right,
of a fail
right,
son.
Suck
right.
on you guys.
You are talking to her just the same way you talk to your wife. We're going to take her away from you, and we're going to turn her into a streamer. Yeah.
Go ahead. You
can
gotta
tell her- we
convince
can tell
her.
her- we
I
are
don't
gonna do it.
care.
Well, we are
We
going
don't need
to.
to
We are
convince- we
going
don't
to.
need to convince her.
If you could turn your stupid,
Right.
if you
You've
could
been
turn
good-
your stupid fucking
really good to
stream
me,
off
bro.
and let her fucking go off, if you could work your fucking computer, and you're like, oh, well, Grace,
He's-
why
yeah,
can't you
had it
work
rough
swap my
last week,
microphone?
and you've been
What's up
really
with my
supportive.
fucking camera, dude?
If she's not here,
you should do that.
if she, I understand. If she's not here,
Mm-hmm.
the stream's over. I get it. If you take her away, my stream's over, and I just talk into the void like I have. been
Well, you can
for
pick your
50
phone
years.
up. I'm sure you can.
Alright, boys, gonna grab some rosé,
turn
I'll
your
be
phone
back.
on. Maybe shout into your phone at the.
I'm not doing
What,
it.
what, what,
I'm not doing it.
what's the fucking show you want to be on? The fucking what's the show that you get kicked out that you don't like?
The Crucible.
The Crucible, yeah. Well, why don't you could make 50 accounts and keep pretending to be someone else. And they'll
I
let
don't
you
know how
on,
to do
dude.
any of that.
Well,
I don't even
look,
know how to make Ben show up.
Oh, man.
Ben,
And I'm
Ben,
not
I'll
going
tell you
to
what you
You're
could
learn.
not
do,
70 years old, dude. What the fuck?
Ben. You could do what the normal people do, and you take your phone out and you click live stream, and you just turn your camera around and film a laptop, and that'll be more entertaining than the shit you've got going on now.
It's true.
He's doing his coke laugh again.
Well, it's funny because Ben likes to get
All right.
all aggressive
You
when we're in
think? See
chat.
now,
but when
you
we're
prove
here,
my
he
point.
can't do
They're
anything.
not You're not interested in Grace. You don't talk to her. You talk to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we're giving you shit, Ben.
Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly.
We did
Why
talk
did
to
you
Grace.
give her
shit?
Hang on.
We're giving you
I did
shit
talk-
because
Why
we
don't you
enjoy
give her
Grace's
shit?
show.
'Cause I'm
Why
not
don't you give her
interested.
shit? Because she's not interesting. She acts like a
She
baby.
She doesn't
all the
deserve
time.
it. No.
Yeah,
We
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
a show
You
was
think-
fine. She doesn't deserve shit. You deserve
Yeah.
shit.
Well, you are shit posters. So your gift to the world is shit. So you're showering me with shit, and I would like for you to shower her with shit because she is supposedly, in your minds, worthy of your greatest gift.
No, so we'll shower you with shit, but when I went on to her stream last night,
So
I
what's a
went on
shit
to
poster
say a
doing
laugh.
having a great time with a nice girl?
Well, why not?
She's not a nice girl.
boring.
She's an awful girl.
She's not going to be a nice girl after Riser's done with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
I tell you
Well,
what,
that's why we
streamer,
like her. Do you think we
awful
like nice
person.
girls? Do you think we like
No.
nice girls? We don't like nice girls. We
I
like
like
awful
Shay
girls.
Lim, bro.
Right, okay, make
You
her
think
into
she's
what she
a nice
is, an awful
girl?
girl. Now, did you guys like at the end where she hammered that guy named Keb or whatever? Jeb?
I'm
That
ban
was our
GG
friend.
because
King of Paul.
I
Yeah, that's our
was
friend.
King of
shit
Paul,
posting
yeah.
He's a
Shaggy when
loser.
he was
He's
on
not
there a
my- he's
while
not
ago.
my
So
friend.
Yeah, he
he
is.
banned
He's a
him.
loser.
I don't know.
So?
I don't think we're getting on that well, but like whatever.
Well, it's fine. I mean, I don't know if he really is a loser, but he was acting like a loser.
Do you know that guy then has had more viewers than you could possibly dream of ever having? That man that you
Well,
say
I
is
can
a
dream.
loser,
A man
Is-
can dream.
much
Why would he
much
come
more
on some
notorious.
stream?
Ben, you could not be half the man. You could not be a quarter of the man. You could not be 1% of the man that is the exceptional detective, the king of pole. Ben, you could have all the cum hidden in your mustache, and you still would not have amassed the clout and the masculinity and the testosterone that this man, the exceptional detective, brings. So don't even try it, Ben. Don't even run your fucking little Gavin McKinnon child mouth. Okay? Save it. Save it, bro.
Stream with 50 people.
That's a
He's friends with
notorious
me, that's
streamer.
why. He's friends with me. That's
So they
why.
had to go
I
back to
said,
the,
that
what,
gives
the
us credibility.
studio M104.
Yeah, it does.
The other reason because I don't like him. He dropped
Streaming
off,
from
man.
a toilet wasn't
So like all
wasn't
he
helping
all
him
he
in
can
the
do is drive
algorithm.
around in his car with fucking 10 of us listening. Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Look, I
Game
don't-
McKay back to- Look, he likes to outline the situation of what's going on. I think
Well, anyways, his advice to Grace sucked.
Ugh.
And it's her fault for saying, I need a bunch of...
I was
What do you
gonna
think
drop
about
a
coming
joke,
on
but
there
I
going,
knew
"Hey,
that was
guys,
coming
can you
up, so I
explain why
didn't
I'm
want
so
to.
crazy? I
That's
have
what it's
rape
like.
fantasies. Can you guys
Yeah,
help me
that was
out?
great.
I was
Yeah,
going for
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
That was
Pretty
funny.
good. It's pretty
Tell you
good,
what,
yeah.
Wait, what was that? Can someone clip this?
Crazy. I
That's
have
what it's
rape
like.
fantasies. Can you guys
Yeah,
help me
that was
out?
great.
I was
Yeah.
Can someone clip that?
I
That's
have
what it's
rape
like.
fantasies. Can you guys
Yeah,
help me
that was
out?
great.
I was
Yeah.
going
Can someone clip that out, please?
for
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
T-Clips,
pretty
where
good.
are you?
It's pretty
Tell you
good,
what,
yeah.
Sunrise
That's
Media.
okay.
It's better than
That
Ben.
was
I'll tell you
both-
what it's better than. It's better than coming on and talking about the Pope.
That's
That's what listen to. I mean, I heard you
we
say
were
that's-
talking about a decrepit old paedophile. No.
Wait, we were talking about pedophilia, weren't we, Grace?
Let's not do that. I don't want to hear.
Yeah,
that
but
fucking
all
word
fairness,
ever again.
Brucey,
Let's
Why
not
not?
if you're
pedo
gonna
slang.
ban two
Why
people
not?
in this world,
Why not?
Because it's boring.
Oh,
man.
three
I've been in
people as well.
community
It's
and they've been
Zenix
talking about
v. Schwalbe and
paedophilia for
me.
the last fucking
You
4 years.
are
I don't wanna
not
fucking
in
hear
a
it.
community.
I'm not. I'm an outlier in the community. But every time
No,
I
Face,
say
you're
an
an
good work,
outlier
hey,
in the
hey,
community. There's no community. It's just a group of people on the internet. That's not a community.
It's correct. It's not a community. It's a sector. Get it right.
that is true.
Thank
Well,
you.
whatever, man. You're not part of a community either. What community are you part
Not
of?
here.
You and
I'm
your daughter.
not. No. I'm
part of you and your daughter, is that your community?
I'm
bro?
a showman.
Can
Hollywood
we just
Ben,
take
yeah?
a moment, just on that note, just to again reflect? This is constantly at the Courtney News Network. We constantly reflect on the excellence that is Ethan Ralph, right? I love it now that, unironically, everybody now calls it the sector as a reference to the best in the sector from the top on down. It's almost if even the A-logs, the genuine psychopaths like Seeker Lothar and Kino, Shay and Christorian X will even admit it's a sector. And it's making Godwinson seethe. And it's amazing.
Yeah? Where's your fucking
It's the
movie,
best
dickhead?
word for
I
it,
think so,
Gav.
man.
Like,
You
we
need to
can't-
grow a big hook nose if you want to be Hollywood
on.
Ben. I don't hear about that shit.
I
Look,
don't look Jewy. I've been told I'm Jewy.
No, that word's
Yeah.
banned.
Well,
now.
people tell me I look like you, which
Spielberg.
fucking hurt my feelings. What the
That's weird. Maybe that'd be interesting to Grace since she has incestuous.
Oh, really, Brissy?
You can transfer them to
You're going to send me
you.
a few other sectors
sucks
then.
having a
Maybe
girl
we'll
be
do a
obsessed
sector
with a
stream.
dad. I've
And
got
we'll-
chicks
we'll,
lined
um,
up in Discord. I'm trying to work, and
we'll
she's
try
like,
and rate
"Wait,
who has the best
I'm in
sector.
your Discord. You had a fucking
Who's in
some
the best in
man who was
sectors?
pretending to be a woman.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
And a crazy
invited
and
him
a
to
crazy
this.
bitch.
Oh, so it's actually one female.
Yeah, who
Well,
do you
Yeah, and
think
it's
that is?
Ashley!
We gave
I-
it. We said
Ashley's in
that.
everybody's
Knows
chats,
about
bro.
Oh, good.
I had to
Send it
A-log
on.
her
Come
for
on,
3
I don't
months
care.
before
I'll
she
have
got
3
the
viewers
fucking
if they're all
message.
female.
I
all I
already
wanna do is
fucked
my
her. It's
analytics-
not worth it, bro.
You think you're the only
My
person
analytics
she's
like it's not worth it.
sent her fat old tits to,
8.7%
bro?
female. It's all I ever get, and that's mostly just Grace. Used to be her mother, and one hag that you guys sent in there. I want some chicks. I don't care if they're ugly.
Yeah. Oh. No, I got you, bro. Well,
Well,
like,
why
you know,
did she say when that chick sent her picture in with my name across her chest? Why did she say she looks fat and old? It
look
wasn't
fat.
that bad.
Because
No,
she
she's
does.
fat and old.
Literally cope. Literally.
Yeah, she looked fat and old.
Well, I
Did
mean,
look
but
fat.
Ashley's
You're
fat and old, bro.
well,
Well,
they're not Ben,
well,
Ben,
no.
Ben, Ben, when she pulls the top down, they're not that bad. They're all
I like Ashley
no, I
too,
could see
bros.
it was.
I'm just,
it was within
I
reason. I'm
A-log
50
her
years
because
old.
I'm her friend.
What am I expecting?
What are you doing, dude? Like, you're 50 years old. What the fuck are you doing? Is this like a midlife crisis, bro? Like, what
Yes,
the
it's a
fuck
midlife
is
solution. It's a midlife
this? A
solution.
solution? Is it a final solution?
I'm
'Cause I
just
know
It is a final solution, boys. It is a final solution. And this final solution, boys, to this fucking incest-loving, fucking cope-laughing, disgusting, unwashed, cum in his mustache, stinky, drunk, fail son, who thought it would be a good idea to start an Ethiopian restaurant. That was his path to success. Who thought it was a good idea to start a YouTube channel in 2022 as a path to success. Cowboy, I don't even need to imagine the smell. Because guess what? I didn't have time to wash when I got home from the gym. And I smell like an Ethiopian restaurant myself. That's exactly what Ben thought, aka Gable, aka Vickers 2.0. And I said it the last time I talked about this man. You know what? This man does not hold a candle to the saint known as Matthew Vickers. This man, compared to the egg Chad, the Scotch egg man known as Matthew Vickers, gaming Chad extraordinaire, bros, he plays 4 players by himself. Matthew Vickers is such a fucking Chad. He plays 4-player split screen co-op all at the same time by himself. That's how fucking much of a Chad he is. And compare fucking the good, the bad, and the vicious, this Chad, to Ben, I get fucking pegged by my daughter, Thor. Bros, I'm done. I'm done. There's only so much Ben Thorpe I can talk about. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach. The smell. All of it. So with that, boys, we're going to take a very quick break. If any of you Chads have something to play as a palate cleanser, please send it through. Because we're going to move away from the Korner News Network and the Cook's Cunt Report, and we're going to go to the inspiration for said streams. So Chads, throw your links in chat. Otherwise, you're going to get Jordan Peterson crying for hours.
You have been one of the most influential people to me for so many reasons I couldn't even mention right now. And I could have never imagined this ever in my entire life. Thank you. Just thank you. Thank you.
You got him.
Pleasure. It's a rough pleasure, but you know, you knew what happened to me with Marvel Comics. That was something. It's really something to see yourself portrayed. You know, I got accused of being a Nazi pretty much when all this happened. It was really something because I had been teaching students what we're talking about today, about these temptations that you faced and how people as individuals get sucked into that totalitarian hell.
I finally allowed myself to be curious again, and now, Jordan, I can say you have been one of the most influential people.
I know all there is to know about the crying game. I've had my share of the crying game. First there are kisses, then there are sighs, and then before you know where you are, you're saying goodbye. One day soon I'm gonna tell the moon about the crying game. And if he knows, maybe he'll explain why there are heartaches, why there are tears, that what to do to stop feeling blue when love disappears. Not the Marvel Comics, bros! Marvel! No! First there are kisses, then there are sighs, and then before you know where you are, you're saying goodbye. Don't want no more of the crying game. Don't want no more of the crying game. Don't want no more of the crying game. Don't want no more of the Marvel Comics. comics! Not the Marvel comics! Poor Jordan. He had to be the Red Skull so that we didn't have to. Alright, boys. Now, I would be lying to you if I actually knew what the Cook Report is. But as I said, Susan has been blessing my algorithm as of late. You know, say what you want about Susan, but literally, this guy is in my algorithm right now. This video has 1 view. I'm about to double this guy's views. So now I have full faith that when Susan speaks, I should listen. And this is why.
Sam walked off of the crowd, and Michael, a rebellious teen with even more rebellious hair, followed the transient tunes called out by the saxophone, which harmonized an opening scene and these nocturnal events. He came to the crowd of people. A sweaty saxophone player was making music with his pelvis. The people in the audience who had stopped believing were moved to still believe. Michael caught sight of a super gorgeous gypsy-type girl. She danced in alluring motions. Motions more arousing than the dance of the T-1000, Terminator 2, when it died in that molten vat of whatever. Sexy. She watched her, and she didn't notice. Man, is she a babe? How am I going to bang her when I'm staying with my grandpa? Shit, he stole the last girl I brought home. Them women love an older guy who wears bandanas and eats pussy like he does cake. The girl looked at Michael. Excerpt, The Lost Gardener Boys, short story, link in bio, or find it on Amazon.
Like, how did... I unironically fucking, think Jennifer Garner is amazingly hot. She's right up there for me. Yes. Ogle as you will. So how did Susan know this? This Chad, this amazing Chad, Bridget Chase, has 180 parody Kindle books for our pleasure. So I'm sorry, but I can't not listen when Susan talks now. Look at all that satire. Look at all that parody. You know that word you want to use, Chad? That K word? Kike? No, Kino? Fuck your antediluvian faggots. We've got kings in 2022. And you know what, Chads? I think I might have to buy some of his audiobooks. I think I might have to. And I think we might have to do a stream listening to some of this amazing shit. So when Susan talks, I listen, boys. And I've never seen the Cook Report, but as a boomer who has a weird obsession with the 90s in my old age, the aesthetic, what looked to be some of the content subject matter, this just looked like it could be fun. I could be wrong. Now, we have chosen one, but again, I knew Grossly was going to fucking vote for this one. I wanted this one. So again, we're going to watch this another time. I wanted this one as well. And the Hot Dog Wars could be good. But here's just a quick intro. Kino Dogme 1994. Oh, you missed all the good parts, Shamu. We're getting into the low energy part.
Not in Hong Kong, where triad violence is all too familiar.
Why is this so low?
But in High Street Britain, where triad violence is on the increase. This businessman is about to be beaten up.
Oh, Grossly! What are you doing? So, we might just do another episode where we watch some of these exclusively, or we could just watch a few. So that was one of the ones I wanted to watch. Can you guys let me know how the sound's doing on that end? Because it's sounding a bit
crash test
lean
is a
on
death
this.
trap. This couple wanted to buy it, but they wouldn't have survived an accident.
Oh,
Not
no.
in this deceptively immaculate bargain.
Oh no, Manchester Bros. At that point, I was like, yeah, I want to watch this one as well. So that's definitely going to be another one that we will watch. But boys, today, we will be stalking the stalker. I didn't preview this, but I just knew based on the name, it could be interesting. So let's have a look. No, again, we've moved from the cooked cunt report, Zod, and now we're just onto the cook report.
I just want to be left alone. Make myself clear. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
John Knight has made one woman's life a misery.
Oh no!
Writing to her, threatening her and ringing her. Russell Hoskins even steals from the woman he's obsessed with. Tonight, the Cook Report turns the tables on Britain's stalkers.
Oh no! Are we just... Oh shit. Are we just fucking...
Really?
You know what? I think we might just be like doxing grossly in Razza right now. Fuck. Sorry, bros.
Following her, writing to
This is what you get for messing with Ben Thorpe. CIA extraordinaire.
From the woman he's obsessed
But yeah, let me know how the
with.
sound levels are. I'm kind of
turns the tables
fishy out of the
on
water right
Britain's
now.
stalkers.
The video sound could be loud. Okay, thanks, man.
He just said very calmly, well, it's about time to die.
Actually, it's what I call, and many have called, mental terrorism.
And then all of a sudden you've got like fatal attraction on your doorstep. He's in my nightmares.
Oh, those haircuts! They're so 90s! Oh!
Hello, Jane. I saw you at Santa Monica College, and I followed you. God, you are just the type of woman I've always been looking for. I'm watching you.
What the hell,
Los
Gowdy?
Angeles, and the voice of a stalker still at large in the city where stalking was first recognized by the police and where there's now a special threat management unit.
Stalking in California as a crime, a specific crime, is now what we call an alternate felony misdemeanor.
Oh
That means they
no!
can prosecute
Those
first-time
court
offense
docs
for
are starting to
stalking
make
as a felony,
sense, bros.
which is significant.
I'll kill you for sure. I'll kill you for sure. That's more than a threat. It's a promise. You don't like it? Have me arrested.
America is unique in having precise laws to protect its women from those who would stalk them by phone.
That guy just
person.
like...
Such laws
That's before the days of VC where, like, again, you hear people like Shayla and Reza talking, so you used to some fucked up voices, but this guy's fully trying to sound like he's applying for like a straight to TV like horror movie.
I'll kill you for sure. I'll kill you for sure.
I'll kill you for
It's
sure.
not a threat. It's a promise. You don't like it? Have me arrested.
Like I swear I've heard Shaggy say shit like that before on a stream.
its women from those who would stalk them by
Yes,
phone
true, did he?
or in person. Such laws can prevent the serious assaults and murders now occurring in Britain.
Just as I was leaving the house, the telephone rang, and a man was saying to me that I only had a few minutes to pick my daughter up in, and if I wasn't faster than him in getting to the station...
What is that haircut? What is going on there, Elaine? I'm not going to be able to pull up an image of it, but I've got like a distinct image of like an old dude with hair like it kind of looks like a sheep's hair. But that is amazing. That's even like an amazing wig, or just perm of the century. That is
She would put a knife into her back.
It looks like a rugby helmet, yes!
That was the very first telephone
90s
I
creepypasta
had.
correct
What
song.
started off as a casual introduction at the village hall.
It's not a threat, it's a promise!
I was bombarded with thousands of phone calls, hundreds of letters, cards, flyers, all sorts of things. I was spied on, I was followed, and it is still going on.
I had about 10 men complaining about
It had the same. It had the same like depth
A
perception.
man was saying to me that
Like, cause the wind's blowing so heavy, some don't notice, but it's like it's the same like 3D depth, like in terms of like the hard cut and the deep insert. That's too real.
Was married in this set of circumstances. So this quite clearly indicates that there are all sorts of women in our country being tyrannized by stalkers.
Tyrannized?
James Cran's constituent, Penelope Bell, was murdered by Raymond
Oh,
Fisher,
no.
a neighbour who'd stalked her for several years.
That's exactly how picture Raz are looking like.
Several years. Bell was murdered by Raymond
Oh, shove a banana down your throat, bro.
Fisher, a neighbour who'd stalked her for several years. She was shot dead in front of her family in the garden of the village pub. Fisher then killed himself.
No, Rizzo. It's about time to die. Whether Penn thought, well, I don't know.
And then he killed himself. So he murdered Shailene. That's Shailene.
It was as though she said, well,
After the second sex change.
I've had enough, do your worst sort of thing. And he then shot her.
He shot her a second time, but she fell. He actually shot her twice.
Thanks to the additional
from that
content
range
there,
with a
Penny.
shotgun. She didn't stand there.
Excuse me, but he actually did shoot her again. It was actually very brutal. And traumatic.
A chance. It makes a big hole.
Beautiful
She was
moustache.
watching me. And really thought I was going to die. It was facing
Well, shove a banana down your throat, bro.
I saw the gun come up towards his face and he shot himself.
A stalker stalked. You're watching John Knight, a man who's also keen on guns, but obsessed with one woman. Despite being prosecuted
This can't look any more like a stalker. It's basically Jim Sterling pre-transition.
for harassing her and being bound over to leave her alone, he's still following her every move.
The night the police officer came here and told me about the guns, and he did.
And why are
in
they
fact say to
stalking
me,
all
"I
these
don't want
fat,
to
old,
fight
ugly
you,
women? I
but
don't get it."
We have to make you aware of how dangerous this man could be, because he's totally obsessed with you.
So obsessed, in fact, he's changed his name by deed poll to embrace Vicky's. John Caldwell Knight plagued her with thousands of phone calls, 300 in one day alone.
Wait,
In hundreds of letters, Knight lists a string of dubious qualifications, outlines his engagement plans, and how he'll kill himself if ever she married anyone else.
He'll terminate himself. He's so autistic. KYS, I will terminate myself.
Phone calls, in fact, thousands altogether. I was getting calls all through the day, all through the night.
Sorry,
The phone
it's
just
James
didn't stop
Stephanie
ringing
Sterling.
the whole day and night.
You get it right,
And in
M104.
fact, I used to put the telephone. In
I
my
will
bed
terminate
because I was
myself,
logging
cowboy.
into The police, and they just rang. The phone just rang constantly.
Stalking or erotomanic stalking should be seen as a continuum of men's pursuit of women who they feel have abandoned them or rejected them or deceived them in some way. And
I love you, Shailene, bro.
it's very much linked in with sexual jealousy or pathological jealousy, feelings that the man has of need to possess the woman and have the woman.
Elaine McMullen was inundated with frightening telephone calls. The police asked her to keep answering them so they could trace her stalker.
I then had to befriend him.
I know, right, Brucey? Like,
Hoping that
bitches
he
in
would
the it's fucking
want to meet
sheephead again.
As the calls
Mega
went
Man's
on,
back.
I felt that I knew this man, but it's people I kept talking to.
So I love I love watching documentaries as well because in Year 12 English we had to like dissect documentary filmmaking techniques on how they construct a narrative. So one of the things we watched this, I don't know, Bruce would know who Alan Jones is, but he was a radio presenter on 2AW, very popular. He has said a range of things that have been interesting. He said "nigger in the woods," like, and it wasn't even that long ago. It was like 6 or 7 years ago on commercial radio, and so he used to. At one point he was the Australian rugby team coach, but he's been a rugby coach for quite some time, and there's a lot of allegations. He's never been married. There's a lot of allegations that not only is he gay, but he is a bit of a pedo as well. And we had to deconstruct like all the techniques these documentary filmmakers were using. And like at one point when they're telling the story, it's a very similar shot to this, where it's like shot from outside, like the house, like almost in the bushes, and it's got all these undertones, like you're kind of like looking in and seeing the truth of what happened. So I just love the idea that old woolhead got a tap on the shoulder from the director. It's like, all right, so love, what we need you to do, because you're not selling it right now, like you sitting there looking like fucking Mega Man's not really going to sell it to the audience that you're worth stalking. So love, what we're going to do is we're going to wait till night time and we're going to film outside, and we need you to just stand by the window and just look as all like startled as possible.
Hoping that he would want to meet me. As the calls went on, I felt that I knew this man.
Just stand there and just pretend like you're looking out at the window and just be like, wait, is that wee cunt out there right now?
Had become more tender, although every call that I had.
Beautiful, Elaine. Beautiful. We really now believe that you were at your window at night, looking out there, waiting if he was looking at you.
Was obscene. Everyone contained something sexual.
Oh, Bill. No, I don't know what you mean, son.
Stalked artist Charlotte
Oh, Bill. I'm trying to remember. Drop a link.
Photographs of her. She wasn't even aware of his attentions until detectives arrested him.
Women are just afraid of commitment.
High-tech surveillance.
See, like this, honey. Okay, now we're talking about stalkable. This is. I would stalk this woman. But the ones before, no. Why?
And camera equipment and lengths of rope in his van when they arrested him. I think the police had known about that before. He got blinds to pull over the windows of his van so that he could watch without being seen.
Again, like the film techniques. All right, love, we're just gonna take some photos of you. Just pretend like we're actually fucking stalking you right now. Yeah, can we see the muff? No, it'll really help. Just flash a bit of muff, love. You know, we'll just blur it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll be able to show it on TV. But just show us the muff. We'll blur it out, and then yeah, it really just paints a narrative that he was stalking you.
Also a trademark of most stalkers. These are far more than nuisance letters. They often reveal dangerous sexual fantasies that intimidate their victims.
I opened the letter and I read the first line, and it said, "Dear Michelle, I'm just writing to tell you how horny and sexy I think you are. And my boyfriend works away." And I thought, oh, he doesn't normally write letters like this. He's normally quite civil. I thought,
oh, you're horny!
Or something. So, and I
Wait, why would I know this then? Oh, Bill. Why would I know what this is, son? Bros, Zod literally said in chat, he said, "Oh, Bill, Euros knows what." So, what are you trying to say, bro? Because that sounded like fucking Ben getting pegged by Grace. What the fuck are you doing?
And I don't know why. I didn't read the contents of the letter. I
told you that shit in confidence, bro.
I just want you to know.
I've never heard that before.
and then I'm going to get you, and I knew.
It's a
And
guy
then
from a
even though it
90s
was
porno.
my heart just went
The
back
only
in.
one I've seen,
And 3 days later,
well,
I
not
got
seen the
another
porn,
letter saying I
but seen
wrote
meme
one
reference
again for
to.
you.
There's like dudes out in a
It
forest.
serves you well to keep your ugly face in New York, Marty. 'Cause you
Yes,
put a lot
LMF,
into it.
we showed that.
Where's the iron?
Unfortunately, you were into the boring part of the stream. Welcome. If Grossly sent you, Grossly has poor taste, so avoid. But yes, we were reviewing some of the happenings with the Thorpes recently, and yeah, she said, they have an incestuous relationship, and that involves her standing behind him. And in fact, LMF, we captured the exact moment as Ben got pegged. Oh, Ben! Oh, Ben! Oh, Grace! So yes, there's nothing to show here.
An animal, so far as women like you are concerned.
Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. So Grace gets pegged by Ben. Breaking news, chat. Breaking
news. They know
news.
exactly the power of their words. They know their
Whoa,
victims
buddy.
well. They know how to keep their victim in a chronic state of fear and anxiety.
The nature of the stalking
Well, about
crime,
accurate
the
news
big
reporting
damage
here at the Courtney News
is
Network,
done
LMF.
mentally to a person's psyche. It actually is what I call, and many have called, mental terrorism.
The fear, the smell that can come from your body when you're so afraid is appalling. And it is appalling. Nobody, no human being should ever be allowed to do it.
Wait. Wait, what?
It actually is what I call, and many have called, mental terrorism.
The fear, the smell that can come from your body when you're so afraid is appalling. And it is...
What do you mean? Has any of you been so fucking spooked that you start stinking like poop? Like, what is... Her adrenaline spiked and then she just started leaking shit out of pores? Like, you could be scared into stinking? Is that what happened when I came on Courtney's face, Ben? You've been so horrified since you haven't washed for 2 weeks? Is that what's going on?
Appalling. Nobody, no human being should ever be allowed to do this.
No ever human being should be allowed to make me stink.
I'm firm and I'm solid. And for anybody to be out of control...
Oh, please show me how... Oh, she's a hairdresser!
That is unbelievable.
Wait, why does your head look like that then?
And I feel how on earth...
I guess it's just the fucking 90s,
Is he
eh?
going to be following me? Is he going to be outside my business? How do I keep my daughter safe?
John Knight is still stalking Vicky Caldwell, and we're still following him.
And he's got a limp. Of course he's got a
As well as
limp.
accosting her in the street, he's written lengthy essays observing her life in frightening detail.
It's just the way she said it, Bruce. The way I stank was appalling.
Well, I have been told that if he...
Yeah,
did
apparently they
something
can smell
physically,
fear, cowboy.
then they could arrest him. But otherwise, they can't...
They probably are Bronx. They're probably
I
all
think these
dead
people are
now.
dangerous. Even if they don't do anything physically, the mental torture is pretty awful. And I'm a widow, I've lived on my own, and I've had to cope with it all on my own. Well, I have seen
That
him
is
in
cooked.
terrible tempers.
That
so
is
I
the
think
Roger
he's
Cooked
capable
kind
of physical
report.
violence.
Richard
Oh,
Barry
Bill!
works at a secure hospital, developing psychological profiles for the police.
We do know from studies of rapists and people who've gone on to commit violent offences that stalking is often quite an important part of the preliminary preparation for such an attack.
American Curtis Howard was jailed last month for murdering British student Catherine Ailing. He'd followed her to England from Massachusetts, where she'd
What the
been on
fuck?
an exchange visit. For more than a year, Howard stalked Catherine and her sisters, the year during which the police were unable to stop him.
The fuck, Howard?
You know, until he does something, there's nothing we can really do. Of course, when he actually did something, she didn't even know it was too late. She wasn't even warned. He just came out from behind and stabbed her to death. I mean, he didn't phone her up and said, I'm here. She didn't know anything about it. For the last 11 months of her life, she didn't know she was being stalked. She didn't know that he'd hired a private detective to try and find out where she was living. She actually moved in the meantime, but he had her car number, knew she was still around at the college. Found her car, parked beside it, slashed the tyres so she couldn't get away, blacked out the windows of his own so she couldn't see in. And I suppose as she was bending over to get and put her stuff in her own car, he came up behind her. And she was only 5'4", and he was 6'4", and a man. I mean, there was no way.
The fuck,
had
bros?
previously been excluded from Britain.
I think I
for
just
pricing
became
of cars
alt-right.
and stalking activities, not however by the police, but by the immigration authorities. But he used a false identity and passport to slip back in and continue his relentless pursuit of Catherine and the sisters he believed were hiding her.
And the man had broken into the house with my husband in the back garden. He'd gone upstairs, he'd slashed our bed, he'd carved a backwards swastika on one of the bedroom doors, and Catherine is dead on another. He left a big white envelope with black letters with Catherine name on it, which we didn't touch. We just immediately called the police. And I was hysterical by this time because this was like something out of a film. I mean, here you are, just a normal little person from a small provincial town in Sussex. And then all of a sudden you've got like fatal attraction on your doorstep.
Elaine McMullen continued as a police decoy. On
Fat
one
white
particular
women make the
evening,
world
her
go
stalker
around,
made
Zod.
dozens of calls.
Have you seen
She
what
was
it's done to
almost
Razza?
bare-handed.
I could hear the detective saying to him, who are you ringing? What are you doing while using the telephone box? And the answer from this man was that he was just ringing his wife to pick up a takeaway. And of course it was totally untrue because I could hear it on the other end of the phone. And the policeman didn't think that they had the right man, so let him go.
Taxi driver Russell Hoskins was traced by the police just hours later and arrested. As full details emerged, Elaine was in for a shock. This is one of a score or more of telephone boxes from which Russell Hoskins terrorized Elaine McMullen with threats against her daughter's life and an unending stream of obscene phone calls. From here,
Threats against a person's child's safety. And what was it? A lot of streams / phone calls. Fuck, that sounds familiar. Of recent occurrences.
the stalker could clearly see his victim's house on the other side of the valley.
When they eventually caught him, I realised he knew every bit.
M104, cut that shit out, alright? I don't want to hear that fucking Spick's name on this channel again, alright? Anybody who says that fucking stupid wetback Armando Ramirez's name on this channel gets a fucking auto permaban, alright? So shut the fuck up.
Do. John Knight, convicted of 6 offences of making improper calls to Vicky Caldwell, is once more
Chad,
stalking
you're
her.
in thin ice.
We filmed him over 3 weeks, and on every
Chad,
occasion
don't
that
you
he was
dare
shocking,
finish that tower.
he accosted
Don't
her.
you dare fucking...
Knight is bound over by the
Fuck!
court not to have any
Oh my
contact
god,
at
I
all with
fucking
Vicky,
pinned it.
Yet still, he stalks her.
Fucking...
Why do you keep pestering me?
Fuck you, Chad.
Why do you keep sending me letters? I don't want your
Put
letters.
user in timeout.
I don't want
Get out of here.
Just want
Get
to
out!
leave me alone. I made myself clear. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, Chad.
I hate him. I hate him.
How about I take you for a dinner?
I really do, because he has spoilt my life.
Do you think he will stop?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Because I just think it's the mental torture that he enjoys.
Elaine has 2 loves in her life, her teenage daughter and the fan-tailed dove she breeds. Since her stalker was prosecuted for making malicious calls, including the one that threatened her daughter's life, many of the doves have been poisoned and some are now being stolen.
I hired detectives last year to keep us safe. I've done.
I know, it's pretty
every
cheap, eh?
possible thing that I can do.
Only fucking $288 quid
And
for
nothing has
Mackie
worked.
D's.
And all we want to do is just continue our lives.
Under the wing here, as you see.
You better fucking watch it, Chad King.
To end Elaine's misery
You're
and to
fucking
trap the
thin
thief,
ice. You're a
return
thin
to
ice,
third
bro.
expert Chris Neal.
I'll show
He
him fucking
marked the
banana
remaining
down your throat,
doves
bro.
in two distinctive ways. If any of them are stolen, then they'll be easy to trace.
There.
The Los Angeles unit is the world's most successful at tracing stalkers. The Cook report flew 2 sex crime investigators in from Britain to discover what could be learned.
We've never defined the problem. I mean, that was the useful thing about coming here, to see their definition of stalkers, because I think I was under a misapprehension that working as I do in serial rape and murder, there are people that I might have thought of as stalkers that I think I now would redefine as prowlers. I mean, stalking is personal. You have a particular person in mind, and it's overt, and you're trying to intimidate someone.
Their whole approach is very much geared towards the victim in providing care, not just when an incident is being investigated, but in ensuring that there is absolute continuity and that there's continual contact with the victim until hopefully the incident is concluded. And of course that can go on for some time.
In the United Kingdom, I'm hearing more and more that there is more of a problem going on, and I think it needs to be addressed. And setting up units such as ours, they don't have to be exactly like ours, but maybe utilize some of the techniques that we use, and even some of our organization, to help combat this problem.
In America, convicted stalkers face immediate
Synchronicity.
imprisonment and up to 10 years in jail. Britain's new criminal justice bill proposes a maximum prison term of only 6 months.
It's an extremely serious form of harassment, and it's a serious crime. And I would like to see the police and the courts...
Base MP
empowered
with
to
fucking
put much,
denim
much
shirt.
more, serious sentences on people who are convicted of these crimes.
But only today, the appeal court set Christopher Gelder free. Though he had made repeated obscene phone calls, the court held he had not occasioned grievous bodily harm by making such calls.
Christopher Gelder started his 18-month jail sentence in May, and he's appealing because he thinks...
Like, we've had the comeback, you know, like how fashion sometimes goes in. It's anywhere from like a 25 to 35 year cycle at times. So, like, yeah, anywhere in that sort of space. So we have seen now a lot of 90s fashion circling back in, you know, yeah, the Zoomers wear Doc Martens, for instance, etc. Baggy sort of shit. But none of the chicks, none of the women, they are all cowards. Like, I've seen some pretty rank haircuts out there from those with trying to, like, do the 90s aesthetic. But I'm yet to see a woman with the clitoris, with the measy flaps, to pull off this haircut. They're all cowards. So next time you see, like, a Zoomer chick walking down the street in a Doc Martens trying to do the 90s aesthetic, don't even give them context to the fact that they failed to follow through with a beautiful perm. Just yell coward in their face.
Injustice has been done. I started my sentence 2 years ago.
I don't per se, but I would heavily, Chad.
Christine?
It seems right up my
Yeah.
alley.
No, it
Base
never go
pussy,
away.
of course you do.
Can you
Of
tell
course
us
you do.
Why not?
Because he's there all the time.
Her muff would have been
He's
lit.
there.
Her muff would have
He's in my
been lit.
nightmares. He's just there all the time.
My name's Roger Cook, Central Television. Let's raise the question. I'm not harassing you. You've been harassing Mrs. Caldwell for 4 years.
Not at all, sir.
Mr. Knight, you have.
Not at all, sir.
She has been stalked by you
Not by me, sir.
for 4 years.
Not at all, sir.
You've been to court as a result of this, haven't you?
No, sir.
You've been to court to be restrained, and what's more, when your house was searched, weapons were removed.
I love, like... how can I say this? I love British nonsense. That's why I enjoy Grosley's company. But just because he's British, he's trying to like polite his way out of this situation right now. He's like, oh no, jolly good, I would never stalk a lady. I'm a gentleman under the Oxfordshire Accords. I would never do such a thing. No, sir, I've never been in a court of law, nor a House of Commons per se. It's like, bro, you're a fucking old dude with a gimp and a weird hat in his suit who's fucking creeping after this woman. Like, I could smell it on you.
Including shotgun ammunition.
No, sir, that's not true.
Oh, that's a load of rubbish.
It is not. It is an absolute fact. There was a letter from you this very morning.
Not written by me, then, sir.
Hey, said here, I'll shove a banana down your throat, bro.
More than a week ago, sir.
What are you talking
A letter
about?
arrived this morning.
I can't speak for that.
From you.
May I see it?
That's a letter from you.
Oh no, I would never send something.
Confronted with the evidence, the normally talkative...
You got a non-tap, bro!
...stuck for words. Unfortunately, his letters to Vicky haven't dried up. By this morning, she'd received another 6 from him.
Why 6?
Elaine's doves continue to disappear. At the same time, Russell
letters of the
convicted of
1994 Discord DMs.
advertised doves for sale. We secretly bought 6 of them.
You Charlene!
To the Cook Report's bird expert.
I think you are pretty horny.
Right. Here's one of the doves. And here we've got the mark under the wing. There we are. The stump there.
You're a man twat,
There's
Bronx
the stump,
Beats.
And the feather fits perfect.
Absolutely perfect match.
Yeah, 6 letters,
Proof
Chad.
that Hoskins was stealing Elaine's doves. And
Whoa,
again
buddy.
putting her under unbearable pressure. The fear of ultimate violence is the main concern of all stalkers' victims. That and finding some explanation for their behaviour.
Elaine, your caller first made contact.
Like, surely
and
they're a
made
bit
threats against
retarded,
your
these
daughter.
people.
And he did that in order to focus your attention onto him.
What's Sombrero
He
Galaxy?
then followed that up by a series of obscene phone calls. So he's resorting to these perverted means. in order to
Yes, Brucey!
get, a sense of
These are the male. These are the
himself.
king of
He's immediately
spades.
wants
These
your
guys.
Vicky, I've had a chance to read some of Mr. Knight's writing. It seems to me
They just
that
go
the
up and
most
say,
striking thing is the sense of omnipotence.
Excuse me,
He's
ma'am.
trying
Good day. You're a chomo.
all-powerfulness in order to rewrite the rules of reality
Can you stop?
to fit what he wants.
He just send us 6 community posts in a day.
Are they stolen doves as well? Because you stole some doves from Mrs. McMullen. The woman whose life you've made a misery. You have convictions for making obscene phone calls to her. You threatened her daughter's life. You keep on making
All right,
silent
boys,
phone
we're gonna
calls.
wrap it up
You
soon.
even resorted to stealing her doves. You have. We've got the doves that were marked, and you sold them to us. What do you got to say to that? Why are you still making this woman's life a misery?
See, you have to silence Chad your way out of it. Like, don't talk to these people. You just don't try and polite your way out of this situation. You look way worse than silence, Chad. Just silence, Chad.
And is somebody like you fit to be a taxi driver? Out on your own at night? Unprotected ladies as customers?
I don't think that I was his first victim, and I don't believe that I'll be his last. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, this
Shailene?
has got to somewhere along the line be a prisonable offence.
Dove up.
Otherwise, women and men living in fear, this terrible fear, something must be done.
I want to know why you're stalking this innocent woman.
Nobody is doing anything to her.
The last thing we have from this man is stolen.
Yeah, do that at 104.
Stolen. Marked.
You raped Sharon.
Marked by us. And you sold them now. Marked with a black mark under the wings. And you sold them.
No, I'm sorry, Father.
You did?
No, I'm asking to leave. Like, I wasn't going to leave the dog off.
Are you?
It's a joke, yeah.
No, look, we have not stolen those doves.
How's a greasy smile? How's the... Look at that. He looks exactly like Donny Benet. That is fucking nuts. That's Donny Benet without hair. What the frick? It's Donny. What the heck? Donny, no.
You sold them.
No, I'm sorry, Father.
You did?
No, I'm asking to leave. Like, I wasn't going to leave the dog off.
Are you?
It's a joke, yeah.
No, look, we have not stolen those doves. We bought them from somebody.
They were her own doves, marked. We had them marked by a professional bird keeper.
You know. Can you...
What?
You've made this woman's life a misery, and you're still continuing to do so. Right down to stealing doves. That's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Our evidence on Hoskins and Knight is now on its way to the police.
Base. Base. Just like Deadman. With his pico. Calling the cops on criminals is both the moral and the righteous thing to do. So, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that. Personally, I thought that was quite fun. I think we will do some more over our time. I'd be interested to see if Chinese triads in Manchester or the hot dog wars or the carjackers episode will be the next that we tour through. But with that, boys, it's come to that hour when Mrs. Euros is trying to drift off to sleep, wondering why her ammo box dented so-called lover is wasting his time chatting to a bunch of retards. So with chat, I'm going to love and leave you. Now, just quickly, again, I said I didn't want to do any more Shaggy content. I was sincere. The only reason the snipe happened the other day was because it literally unfolded. Why the hell not? But I've been sent a video. Now, Zod, is this video something that's been like hidden or privated? Is it something that, you know, necessarily is in demand? Because I would not be adverse to going off mic and letting it play should the need occur. Like, where are we? Why is this not popping up? There we go.
Really? So you know you've
7 hours? Wait, no, we did watch this the other day. This is what I ended up sniping at one point, yeah? It was 7 hours? What the frick? What the frick? Yes, it is the full 7 hours. Alright then, so if you do want to watch a bit of that, there is the coverage from the Viewer's Choice stream on the weekend. So we will not be watching. I missed the part where he comes back. Okay, what's the timestamp? I'm happy to do a timestamp. Leave it on and go to bed. Yeah, that's the kind of the plan, folks. Although I'll stick around for a little bit. Yeah. Ganu's saying that. It's like, oh, Monkey Beer's like, he thinks you're a coward, bro. And I'm like, oh no, no, oh no, he watches my channel. No, like, literally, I said it. It is boring. It's Sam boring. It was proven in Esso's fucking video the other day. The cunt is one trick pony. He just says the same thing over and over, like autistically such. He doesn't engage in actual bands. So it is very, very Sam boring. But what timestamp am I looking for, Zod? Because I would have gone... I have no idea. It's just like a typical... Again, GG was here before. But like... They just go off into the most wildest fucking tangents. If you guys think I'm fucking ADD... shit. Alright, 5. Well, for some reason, this isn't giving me... This isn't giving me full fucking... Sorry, boys, 2 secs. It's not giving me the actual timestamp. That's annoying.
Really?
Really?
So you know it's...
Oh, there we go. Okay, so 5:02. 5:02. Okay. Beautiful.
Cool. Good for you, Shaggy.
And with that, chat, we're going to watch a little bit. And I wish you all a lovely evening. And I should probably see you on the weekend. Most likely... it depends on what else is going on, but either Saturday or actually no, Saturday I probably can't. Probably Sunday actually. So Sunday my time, probably Saturday night Merrimack time, but to be confirmed. All right, boys and girls, take it easy, and remember, don't fuck your daughter, because one day she might end up starting a YouTube channel that gets more views than you. Good night.
I don't know what I did to piss him off, but...
What the fuck do you say? Who the fuck is this? Where is this fucker? Oh, is that him? Oh, there he is. What the fuck? You gonna talk shit to Nick now? What the fuck he do to you? Like I'm typing.
Who is that?
I'm typing to you something in private where we can fucking like hash this.
Tell her that I want to be.
out.
Oh, there I am.
And here's the thing. Let's not yell. Let's just put it this way, okay? First of all, Hype is trying to tell me that your little fucking threat to fucking use Axel and fucking, I personally think it was directed at me. Maybe I'm wrong. If it wasn't, I'll just fucking shut the fuck up now. If that was something that you said to Hypa, but
I think she misunderstood.
You fucking told
there.
me in DM that since I called you a fucking pussy, that it was fucking on.
Well, if you're gonna act like, I just think
no, here's the deal. I'm just gonna say fucking straight up. If you fucking think that you can fucking do anything with Axel, remember 2 things, fuckhead.
Oh, we can. Axel can do anything. He's a magical Norwegian. Yeah, he has magical powers.
And you aren't.
He's from Skyrim. Oh no, I'm a Breton. We all have magical powers.
Oh yeah, well,
we're even more magical than Norwegian.
Motherfucker, when you fucking play your games, because I'll tell you what, I don't need no motherfucking partner to play your fucking games, okay? Just because you don't like being called a pussy, and just like I predicted, if you get made fun of a little bit, you'll be a goddamn fucking bitch about it, just like you're being.
Toxic.
I'm just a little curious. With your little fucking weak ass
being
fucking
called a
buddy,
bitch and a
it's
pussy?
gonna be your ass. He can hide from fucking Holland. You gotta deal with what you fucking caused over here.
Fuck
And
off.
you're here
Fuck
for
off,
us.
Toxic.
Oh yeah,
Suck
fuck off. Just wait.
Fuck off. Yeah. Here's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Toxic, you know Air Juice that keeps DMing me?
Hold on.
Toxic.
Who was talking shit about those who can do that over the internet?
Toxic, Air Juice keeps DMing me and making fun of you, dude. It's not a good look.
People than you many times. Many times have I dealt with scarier people than you.
Air Juice
I get this.
DMs me a lot.
I get the sense I'm missing something.
Dude,
Dude, I
Andrews literally
simply called him
DMs
a
people
pussy
and
'cause
like
he was
laughs at
acting
you.
like a fucking pussy because I was having a difference of opinion, and then I realized I was wrong in the way I come off. Now, of
No,
course,
you
Shaggy,
were right the first time.
Shaggy
Hey, you were
has
right
it.
the first time.
Okay,
All
okay,
your friends
okay.
are
Listen,
fucking faggots. Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're fucking right. But again,
No, I am fucking right. I'm always fucking right, dude. I'm always fucking right.
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Oh, did
You
I
fucking came here
disrespect
and
the
you
meth
didn't have to
addict?
fucking
Oh,
say,
I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm
I
sorry.
fucking
Did I
gave you-
disrespect the toxic? I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm sorry. I should be
you
totally
gotta just
respectful.
fucking, you know what? You got it coming now, motherfucker. We'll see who called the cops, you fucking cop-calling little bitch. That's all you've all been. Because you fucking know.
Bruce, I try to understand things, and it's just more questions marks than I
Your
get.
fucking boy
an
can't
answer.
do shit to me over here. And I'll fucking tell you right now. Here's esoteric shagism. If it's the real him. But your
No.
fucking boy can't do fucking shit. And you know what? You know what? Here's the thing. You letting some dude that you feel safe in fucking Norway, which you're a fucking idiot, after bragging that I can go anywhere, which you'll talk any shit if it serves you. But
Toxic, you know Shaggy bought you a really nice Christmas present.
well, I got a
You know that, right?
for him. He needs to quit being a pussy every time somebody fucking says
That's
something you
a
don't
much
like.
bigger pussy than I am. I don't hide behind drugs. I don't hide behind any of the shit you hide behind.
What do you
Don't
mean you don't
tell
have
me.
behind drugs? You need to be on fucking drugs, you fucking dumbass. You're the one who fucking drowns in fucking alcohol all the time because you feel sorry for yourself, you little fucking prick.
Hey, buddy, who's in a worse position right now, me or you? Huh?
I think
Who's in
you're
a
in a
worse
far
position?
worse position, you stupid fucking cunt. You're living in a fucking
Oh,
little
shut
what?
up, you
A
cunt.
little
Shut
goddamn
up, you
fucking
high cunt.
a little trailer in fucking San Fran where you fucking hate life.
At least it's
You
not a
drink
meth
yourself
den.
to
At least
death.
it's not a meth
You
den.
lie
At
about
least it's
being
not full of
spotted.
shit.
You say your fucking
At least it's not full of
grandparents
shit.
fucking
Hey.
got gun barrels, and it'll be a matter of time before your fucking body
At
cam
least it's
footage
my-
shows that never happened.
At least it's my truck.
And fuck you. You know what? Fuck you, Shaggy. You eat shit.
Hello, cat.
No,
Pets your head.
Shaggy fucking asked for it.
Meow.
He fucking came to me because
Do you want some kitty snacks, little kitten?
You're so funny. You're so
Scratches my
No,
ears and pulls your hair.
Fuck you.
Meow.
This guy's thought he's such a badass ever since he's met this guy, and that's how this guy controls him. This
Kisses
guy-
your
it says-
forehead. I
and
love you,
how
Mr.
did-
Kitten.
It's the same way he acted.
Meow,
when-
meow.
Hey, it's the same way he fucking acted when he thought he could use me to
Meow.
scare people. How many people came here and fucking told me that fucking Shaggy was using me against people?
Meow.
Because he thought people were scared of me.
Oh, you're so cuddly, Mr. Kitten.
You're funny.
Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Kitten had to leave the room.
Yeah, we don't need any fucking retards. The bottom line is, though, it's like, look at this guy. He fucking gets this cocky attitude, like, oh, we'll do this, we'll do it. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you fucking do, you fucking stupid fuck. You're a fucking moron. And there's a huge fucking difference. Huge!
I distinguish between maniacs and crazy people myself as well.
Well, personally, here's a guy who's known me all my life.
Oh, you know that guy?
No, you.
Oh, okay.
This guy right here is a fucking weasel. And he's got this fucking pedophile who jokes about being a pedophile. I don't know if he's really a pedophile or not, but he has this persona on Discord and on his Discord he always has these fucking underage furries having sex. So basically, rather the cart. This is my.
Where's the
what I
lie?
hear.
Where's the lie?
Huh?
No, where's the lie? I agree.
Well, no, I'm saying I didn't say it was a lie. I said I haven't seen it because I don't need to go look at that stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna just take someone's
me
word
neither.
for it that someone's a pedo, but like when enough people come to me and say like factual stuff so they can save me, and like there's been enough people that have conviction and like tell me this stuff. Like for example, Ear Juice I wanted to make beef jerky out of when I watched, or Esoteric when I watched their fucking documentary and I heard some dude stuffing something up his ass. And I was like, hey, I agree with Axel for talking that guy into suicide. After this, he should have fucking killed fucking EJ for making me, and Axel too, for making me have to listen to someone shove some shit up their butt. I was joking, but the point is I didn't see proof of pedophilia. The only other thing I had seen was Axel say something about vaping cum to a kid.
Very involved with Tux Persip. I had Tux on a couple Bible studies to talk about Mormonism. Tux called in to explain Mormonism to me and Shaggy and tell us about his grandfather's windows. And Tux was in Punt the Gunt as well. Tux was in the weight gain bracket.
But beyond that, I never interacted with Tux that much. I interacted with him loosely.
I've told many kids
How
in the game
disgusting.
that I teabagged their mom. You know, like, I teabagged you after you shoot them and you dip down, you fucking, you know, you dip down on them, you're teabagging them, and then you go in the lobby and find out they're a kid. The worst part is when you get fucking stabbed and teabagged, you're the best of the knife guy, and it turns out to be a fucking 12-year-old who did that to me. Anyway, the point is a coward is worth more than what we see here.
Toxic, you know, Air Juice has been talking behind your back. He's been talking smack behind your back.
Little fucking pussy, and you know what? You're a fucking idiot because you have no fucking idea what kind of fucking idiot. One guy, all right, here's a guy who fucking doesn't like to be made fun of. He gets made fun of. What's he do? He starts fucking getting Axel because Axel's a doxer and fucking coming up with
Where's the lie?
Stories, these lies that give him this justification to start doxing people like Warhammer's PO and all this kind of stuff. And it's going to be the same thing. I don't need to dox. I don't need to play their fucking games. All I need to do is fucking do everything 100% legal. And this guy is going to drink himself to the fucking grave. This guy can't even take a fucking word.
Toxic.
Okay? Look how much he trips. We had this friendship. He claimed to be a friend, okay? I knew he wasn't a friend because he was running around trying to fucking scare people with me, which would be real easy if I play into it, and I did a few times because we were co-hosting and we were making content, and I was willing to take a little risk to make some good content. So, you know, if there was a chance for me to fucking completely fucking go berserk at somebody on Shaggy's behalf or with Shaggy, I'd fucking play along. And, you know, it's like, and it's the other thing, is like when I found out that fucking, you know, Shaggy says this esoteric Shaggism's got, you know, had this happen to me, had that happen to me.
I'm pretty sure Tux also sent semi-nudes to Surfer.
No, it's just...
We got on a VC call with him one night, and he just gets on the VC call and takes his shirt off, and then starts flexing his pecs.
He did, but like that wasn't like just in our VC in that server. Like Tux would just always do that. Tux would just call into VCs of people and take his shirt off and start flexing his pecs.
That's just sort of what he did. You know, I think either Grossly or Axel talked about that in their stream they did.
It's not a unique thing to any one voice call.
He actually asked for a picture of this, and you know, he just came in here and tried to tell me what I told you is true. And I said, well, maybe if you just explain a little more to me instead of fucking goddamn threatening me with Axel. That was the fucking worst move you could have ever fucking made. Because now I will force you to motherfucking bring your Axel and do your fucking best and see where the fuck that gets you. And I'm not saying physical.
Axel is horrible.
I'm not saying illegal.
I hate him.
I'm just saying that I will be
I
creative
hate him.
enough that you will not be strong as Suit was. I know
good to talk to
Suit
people.
can take.
Oh God. I hope I don't do a Monday Matt and cry. Oh. I hope I don't do a Monday Matt. At least it's not over getting 100k subs, right?
The criticism, I've seen it. You can't even take a single
Toxic?
fucking comment. Now imagine me coming at you full
Toxic?
bore with their. Oh, go ahead.
Did you know that Ear Juice has been talking smack behind your back?
Oh, you're
like crazy?
Motherfucker, I'm gonna butt fuck him. Bye.
He did. He's been laughing at you behind your back.
Oh, you piece of shit. Fuck him.
He is.
No.
F him.
Hey, I'm in it for the
He was going
entertainment.
around.
Oh, that's fucking. That's Axel.
What the hell is that about?
So when I say to you guys that I've not had a Christmas dinner today, you can probably understand why I wouldn't be in it even if it was in front of me. And again, if anyone wants to take this video and laugh, I'm okay with it, right? It's fine.
I don't think
No, but it's alright. It's alright. I don't care how embarrassing this is.
Man, that shit hurts.
I'd rather be honest with you guys.
It's terrible.
All I've wanted all my life is to be a monogamous partner. That's it.
Well, I mean, outside of having a relationship, you are that person. So that's don't be upset about that. But
no, but it's like right. Compose yourself, you fucking miserable cunt.
Nobody.
The thing is like, what pisses me off about this fucking world, right, is, oh, men are such bastards. Men are bastards because you make us like this. Men.
women are nuts. They drive you crazy.
All I want to be is a monogamous guy. But you know what I have to do? I have to pretend I want a relationship. You know how I've done this all my life. You're trying to find it.
It shouldn't have been right after the swatting, man, because that, no matter how you look at it, if you're looking at it logically, it fucks your credibility, like the timing frame. And it's like, he can't blame you. I don't care anybody else who's saying you encouraged it. I just think you were being playful and you were having fun. I mean, maybe, I don't believe you're a pedophile because nobody hears more than Shaggy again. And here's Shaggy. There we go. Cool. Are you going to calm down now, Shag?
Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? I'm getting an echo. Hold on.
Okay, there
Hold
you
on.
go. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, no, my fucking problem is how you... My problem is how you invite me on the show, talk over me, like, constantly. Call me a pussy, by the way. The first thing I hear when I tune in is you call me all sorts of fucking shit. I come on there, I try to back you up.
Like, what do you mean?
And then you fucking boot me.
How is it
I don't
any
know.
different? How is it any different? Are you just in a different
You're just
mood?
acting like a complete faggot, man, and I don't like it.
Dude,
That's
what
it
I'm
is.
saying is, like, I fucking call
Acting
you
like a
fucking names
faggot,
all the
and I'm
time,
just
and
getting
you
sick
laugh
of it.
about it, and you come in here, and
How
then
many
you just
times,
fill me
Cock?
in.
How many fucking times are you going to try to feed me to chat? How many times are you going to try and stuff me into the maw of that fucking dragon?
Dude, I
How many
told you
times?
every fucking time to ignore it and fucking stick to the topic.
Aw,
Are you
did
kidding
ya?
me?
Did you? Well, look, all right, one other thing.
Dude, I've got thousands of hours. If you want to sit here and tell me that I didn't, I'll fucking prove it. Don't fucking... Just be careful lying to me if you're gonna lying.
Oh,
in
yeah, I'm a
public.
real liar.
And I don't
I'm
think
known
I'm
for
not
lying,
calling you a
right?
liar.
You're
Maybe
gonna call me a liar, too.
Hey, quit fucking jumping.
Well,
hey,
another
quit
thing.
jumping to dude.
Just one more point.
Quit jumping to conclusions, and maybe you could think that it's English and we're fucking high stressed and we're trying to fucking communicate. And oh no, fuck off. You're just not gonna. You just you know what? Just there you go. You You were the one who fucking said, let's fucking, I challenge you to fucking, you come after me and I'll get Axel. I don't know what your problem is with me, Axel. You want to protect Shaggy the way he's fucking acting. I'm treating you with fucking respect here. And all the shit people have called you, it don't reflect on me. And if you're on my channel, it don't reflect on me. We ain't best fucking friends. You've never been offended by me fucking talking shit, and I've never been offended by you talking shit. You're funny as a motherfucker. I'm funny as a motherfucker. I'm just tired of Shaggy. If he sees so much as one goddamn comment from somebody I've never seen before, he goes completely apeshit and derails everything. And it's like, he comes on tonight, I didn't call him a pussy or fucking anything, and he says, until I can get a word in edgewise, I'm gonna cut all you off. And I said, click. Now, if you can come back and have a little more respect, like I didn't do anything, if you want to fucking say you need to get a word in over Hypa or fucking EJ or whatever the issue is, then fucking don't threaten the fucking railroad. It's my fucking server. Like, I can boot you. And for the guy who's fucking, I've got fucking sound bites up saying, I can fucking ban anyone I want, and I'm gonna ban anyone who doesn't like me from now on. And I haven't even used that as a fucking soundbite to fuck with him because I like the guy. Right now, I think the guy's a complete fucking scumbag, and the reason he's pissed off is because I don't believe in his swatting, and now he wants to fucking play games? Well, you know what, Axel? I didn't call you out. Shaggy fucking wrote a check for you to cash to come at me, okay? So if you want to fucking come at me, fucking fine, fucking bring it. But you know what? Shaggy's the one talking the shit. You gotta let Shaggy fucking make his own fucking bed. And the fucking bottom line with Shaggy's little ass is that I'm gonna fucking find out by fucking contacting who I need to contact. I will get the police footage, any report, and I will find out exactly what happened with any swatting over there. And if I find out that his grandparents did not stare down the barrels of guns, then he's a fucking liar. And if I find out that he wasn't swatted at all, or maybe just a knock and a fuck, if it was simply a motherfucking welfare check, then he motherfucking used a welfare check claiming it's a fucking swatting to go after someone as weak as he considers Warhammer to be.
The diamond in the rough. You're trying to find that one. And they just don't.
Yeah, that's, you know, it's...
And I can go my whole life looking for this, and I might never find it. It's just happened, so, you know, I was planning to do the show, so, you know what I mean? I don't want to ruin everyone else's day by promised and...
Oh, well, I don't think anyone's gonna care if it didn't.
No. I know. I don't want to not stream because of this shit. I want to be honest with you guys. I want to be raw.
Well, yeah, well, you know, you have been, you know.
I don't care.
Has she just literally just fucking fell out with you or something?
Right, let me explain this, right? So.
Buddy.
And that's chicken shit.
Well,
and then he goes
Warhammer isn't exactly innocent.
Go ahead.
Warhammer isn't exactly innocent.
Oh, I don't
you know
think
he
is
did.
by no means. I don't think he is by any
You know he
means.
did a
I'm not
bunch of
saying
streams calling up like pizzas to Shaggy's
Oh,
house
yeah.
and stuff.
And well, the
Yeah.
churches are the worst. But here's what I'm saying: it's like I'm not saying he's fucking like a saint. I'm saying that look, I started to get suspicious when I started feeding information about other people who had more of a reason, like people who had a deep hatred for Shaggy's Mormonism for some fucking reason, and it was multiple people, and they weren't connected Warhammer. Now I was skeptical.
Well, who is telling you these things? Is
Well,
it
I
air
can't
juice?
reveal that right now because they fucking
It's probably air juice.
no, it's no, it's definitely not. Remember.
Well, you should make your own conclusions. Like, there's a bunch of people that are trying to like hoodwink you. into believing like weird stuff?
This particular person has been around longer than Ear Juice, and he's done things. He's done things to help gravely in operations, and he's reported things to me way ahead of time. They've always rang true. He's never sold me out, and the only thing is he didn't have enough about this. And so the whole thing is I don't care. Warhammer, you know, he does his own little thing, and if I don't know,
But
like,
you don't think the guy like Warhammer, who's notorious for calling up churches and brothels and pizzas to his house, could also call a wellness check on Shaggy?
Warhammer has a similar paranoia. Can you talk about that?
I don't have a condition. I have an affliction that.
Oh yeah, the Discord leak today shows Axel talking about gaping children all the time. That's all he does, Ozem. That's all he does. Grossly Cog team up when? No, I don't think that'll happen, Medicafem, but I don't like Grossly. Grossly was Axel's pedophile fucking friend for a long time. I don't know how long I called out fucking Axel as a pedophile while Grossly sat there in my chat fucking spamming my chat because I disagreed with him and because he was Axel's mod. No, I don't have any. From my point of view, Grossly's like, oh, I realise he's a pedo now, but people were doing it without evidence. The guy's calling himself a pedophile. He might have been a 9. Look, Grossly's the sort of person to hang out with Mr. Girl, okay? Because he sees him as an irony, bro. That's right. That's right. You're just ironically pretending to be a pedophile. That's why I don't like Grossly, okay? Grossly likes those kind of people. I can't fucking stand those kind of people. And if you can't stand those kind of people too, you'll understand where I'm coming from. That's why I don't like Grossly. That's why I'm never going to get on with Grossly. And Grossly fucking knows this. And he sits there and acts like I'm lying about him. And I'm like, nope, you were literally Axel's mod for fucking ages. 10 months, I think it was. And he's been called out on this for over a year now. And then he talks about, oh, well, I left your Discord server. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you were kicked from my Discord server. But anyway, he definitely is now. He's on the ban list. But it's just loads of gay shit like that. Loads of gay shit. And then he's like, I left your Discord server in 2020. Yet he's in there in his alt account, which is just called ... And it's just like funny as fuck that he's still in there in his alt account. But he's left on his other account. Like, it's just gay shit like that. Can't stand fucking people like that. This is the thing. People like Grossly Offensive love Mr. Girl. He's such an irony, bro. He's just pretending to be a pedo. Nah, I don't fucking like any of these cunts.
Vile.
And that's the reason why I don't get along with Grossly, because they say same sort of fucking people. This is exactly what Monkey Biz did and all this sort of stuff, and it's really fucking easy. Amos Yee did this shit. I've constantly fucking pointed this stuff out. And I've pointed this stuff out with this. I've pointed this stuff out with Mr. Girl, with Axel. And it's all been proved. Grossly's had to do a video with Airjuice to prove that it's real now. Oh. And you wonder why I don't like you, Grossly, because you didn't fucking listen. And instead you came against me. Fuck you. You defended a fucking pedophile when I fucking called you out, and you've been seething about me ever fucking since. You know, Grossly Offensive